Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal, my good people? We up in this thing. Y'all know what it is. It's the dip. It's the dip. It's the dip with Rick, man. I'm really proud of my thumbnail today, bro. I feel like that's my best thumbnail that I've ever made. We got the 3D bricks. You know, I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of it for sure. Yeah, Yeah, we back up in this thing for another one. You know how it goes on Tuesdays. We could go a little longer, usually on Tuesday. So I was gonna show up a little later, but one of my number one supporters, Tommy Paparazzi, got up on me and he said, "Hey man, what you doing? I'm ready at 8:30. I'm ready to go every morning at 8:30." You know what? He's right. He's right. I can't be switching it up on y'all without letting y'all know. But look, hey, we working on all the details, the new banner that's gonna give you guys all the showtime. We got a few of y'all modded up in this thing. We gonna work on getting a few more of y'all modded for sure. Hey, you know how we do, man. We gonna have a good show. We gonna have a good show. Let me make sure we get my boy Spaz modded today. What's the deal? 15 minutes. What's the deal? ECB? W stream. You know how we do on Tuesdays, man. We got time on Tuesdays. We got time on Tuesdays because y'all not gonna get that good no jumper show until a little later today. Everybody is hitting me right now, trying to hang out this weekend. We got a lot planned this weekend. The sports show is coming back. If y'all don't know, subscribe to the Pick Six. That's DA Pick Six, like so. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the chat for y'all. That's my football show. We gonna be running it up. Sharks in the chat. Cool little warm up. Cool little warm up. We're gonna try something different for the warm up today, though. I got some media that we can get into, but you know how we do. I gotta tap into chat land before we do any of that. And I need to know how y'all feeling today. What's the deal? What is the deal with y'all? My good people, ganging them, ganging them. Uh nah five Rick. Nah five Rick, you gotta hit me in IRL, bro. If you want to be a mod, I gotta know you. I gotta know you in real life. Kyle blocked me last night. The Harlem hater is trying to get you to do it next. What he block you for, Don Harlem? You be popping it in the chat, man. Sometimes you really on point, sometimes you be tweaking. So I feel like I give you, you just do. Sometimes you on it, sometimes you not. So we rock with you. We rock with you. I probably already used No Breaks as a song, but we're gonna use it again. What happened though, Don Harlem? Why'd you get blocked? I see Kyle's moving on from the controversy pretty quick. He's not really spamming the no jumper headlines anymore. I didn't really tap in with the stream last night. I was up late with Moose last night. I think I was on until he brought Bo into the chat. They were discussing the narrative of him, basically being useless at no jumper. I did want to stick around for that conversation, but I could have surmised how it went. Bo's just a young guy. He's a young troll, and I think we're starting to get away from the trolley wolies at no jumper. I think we're starting to get into the either you're a good podcaster slash content creator or you're not. I think that's kind of like the direction that Adam wants to move us into. Um, and I'm with that because that's what I'm there to do. That's what I'm there to do. The clips I'm producing are gonna be podcast esque clips. That's how I'm rocking out. I'm not high and mighty or anything like that, but as we decided, yesterday, um, when the topics are out, Ricky is out. When the topics are out, Ricky is out. Um, Munchie said he's working on my blind lead in the blind episode, so hopefully y'all get that sooner rather than later. But he also told me, "Hey, bro, you might be too normal for this," and I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. You know, I don't have any. I don't have any qualms with that. I can't hold you. I can't hold you. No qualms with that, man. Let's get into some content though. Something's going on with my my text message thread on my computer. So let me quit this right quick so I can see exactly what I'm pulling up for you guys. Fiery day in court yesterday for Dirk. Traplore Ross shook up the internet with some of the things that he had to say. I'm very curious about what you guys think. With some of the comments that we're seeing coming out of this Dirk trial. I want to know how tapped in you guys are with the Dirk trial as well, because there's going to be so much media coming out around it, so much talk coming out around it, that I don't want to, bore you guys going over the same things over and over again. I know that you guys, sometimes you're going to see the things that we see. It's cool to rewatch content together and stuff. You came from my perspective. I get it. I get it. But especially during these court proceedings, you know, it's really information dense, and I want to stay in tune and logged in with the chat and make sure that you guys aren't getting too bored with it, because you're going to be hearing it at No Jumper, Traplore Ross, academics, the whole space. It's all eyes on Dirk right now, as it should be, as it absolutely should be. So we're going to try to keep it as fresh as we can. You know what I'm saying? But let's chap in the chat world right quick. Let's chap in the chat world. Told him he didn't have people skills. Told him he didn't know he was treated like a goth kid in school. Hmm. That's the narrative. I'm down to build a relationship, but I don't live in your city. I'm getting my foot in media, but mainly do music. I think, okay, that's cool, brother. Hey, just Instagram me. Instagram is spelled the exact same word. Just shoot exact same way I spell my channel. Just go ahead and shoot a DM. Just go ahead and shoot a DM. Don't even worry about all that. Don't even worry about all that. You trying to get a foot in? I got you. I got you, doggy. Cause we looking for mods right now. We looking for mods, it's what the people need, it's what the people gonna get. Straight like that. Straight like that. But let's get into some media. Like I said we would. All right. All right. Let's see what I got up first for y'all. We're gonna go to Instagram. We're gonna go to oh no, no, no. We're not gonna start with the Joey stuff because we're gonna wait till we get past our first 20 or something, make sure our TOS is good. Let's start with some ugly money. Hey man, did y'all see that they gonna have Ugly Money Nietzsche on the Tuesday show? It's that ugly money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy. Shout out my boy Ugly Money, man. I'm happy that he's in town doing his thing. We supposed to link on Wednesday for something. He gotta let me know. Cause Wednesdays I be busy too. I gotta stream with y'all. Then I gotta hit No Jumper. Usually I get my fitness in too. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to do on Wednesday, so Ugly gotta hit me. He gotta hit me now, son. All right, let's get into this right quick. Yeah, we got a few minutes before we, you feel me, get our TOS up. So maybe we go more kid friendly. Ugly Money right quick. I got y'all. All my life been looking for nothing. See, that's how much I've been watching the Dirk trial thing. That little song they got on repeat out there, like it's about to save his soul. Stuck in my head, on God it is. So this ex corn star has been going on a media run lately. I don't know if you guys, I'm not familiar with her game tape, Monroe Sweets, but she's I guess pretty good in front of the camera or whatever. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, clicking the wrong thing, brother. See, we need more coffee.
I don't talk to men.
Bruh, that's not it.
I don't date them. Money wise, yeah.
I'm so lost. I'm confused.
I used to be a popular porn star named Monroe Sweets.
Oh, trust me, I know.
So, like, I would talk to them on money wise. It wasn't like, I want to be with you. I don't look at people like that. So, I don't want to waste nobody's time. Like, all that fucking lying and being like, oh, daddy, I'm going to be with you. I'm not. I can't stand men. I fuck with them, but I can't stand them.
What about men can't you stand?
They overly freaky. Most people be so cocky.
So are you when we got money. I would not allow you to be over here talking about you can't stand me. But if I got the right amount of money, you can stand me all goddamn night. So obviously, I overly freaky paid asses doing something wrong. So you mean to tell me that you are repulsed by the people that may or may not have supported you for years? The people that them bitches ain't buying the motherfucking pornos, baby. The hoes is getting that shit for free. Them weird ass niggas is goddamn paying for that shit. So I feel that, on behalf of niggas that we gonna need a little more respect for our dollar. While you over here saying you can't stand us. Last time I checked, in order for you to be a porn star, you need a cold star. That means some dickhead to be involved. Here's my thought process. Something like that.
You said what?
I need some new people on my podcast. Each and every month I'm doing millions.
What y'all think about that, chat? Y'all let me know, man. What are y'all true feelings about that right there? She said she don't even like men like that. You feel me? The only time she mess with dudes is for the munyon, for the fun yuns. How y'all feel about that, chat? How y'all feel about? I feel like Nietzsche cooked her. I feel like Nietzsche cooked her. You know what I'm saying? Because that don't even make sense. She said because the dudes is overly freaky, but you overly freaky for the dudes with money. So how does that work? Let me know something. How does that work? Also, chat, y'all ever hit one of them though? Chat, I gotta go full screen for y'all. Y'all ever hit one of them? You know what I'm saying? I don't like men. I don't swing that way. Hey, y'all ever hit one of them? Cause I have. Hey, when everybody was taking offense to Dochi's comments, oh, I don't like straight men. Straight men give me the ick or whatever the fuck she said. Little dumbass, you feel me? Blue hair talking points. I didn't take one bit of offense, chat. I didn't take one bit of offense. Cause I've hit a few of them. Oh yeah. I've hit a few of them, chat. You know what I'm saying? Usually I don't do this. It's just something about you. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. You know what I'm saying? Once you take down one of them, you done seen her with a girlfriend and all that in the past, but now she's single and she need that. Yeah. Yeah. You stop worrying about all the nonsense. You don't even hear it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they be going. They be going. Real talk. Real talk. You get one of them, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if you call them lesbians, lesbianis. I don't know what they are because they be sneaking and geeking. Once you get one of them, you stop hearing all of that. You just be like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. What is it? The id and the ego, what is it? The way you show up to people, how you present yourself to the outside world, and how you really feel on the inside. Yeah, I met both of them. Spanked them both down. What's the deal? Okay, so we got ECB saying Dirk a snitch. His defense should be, I don't know what Vonnie is talking about. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, that's your narrative, brother. I'm gonna just be persistent. You mod me up. All right, we gonna work on it. We gonna work on it. Nah, Rick, just stay in the chat, brother. Keep working with us. We'll observe your behavior over the next couple of days. Just make sure you tapped in. I haven't seen your name too much. Dragon Knight Spaz is getting his modification today. You feel me? Spaz getting modded up today. Normandy Drive. he got modded up because they've been in the chat and they've been persistent. They've been rocking out with us. Hey, everybody like the stream, man. We have 15 minutes. We need 15 likes. You heard me? I haven't even liked the stream. You heard me? We have 15 minutes. We need 15 likes. I appreciate y'all, man. Rocking with me. 47 people strong. We got 12 likes. Let's get 3 more. Take them phones out your pocket. Yeah, chat, but let me know what y'all think about that. I'm tapping back in with y'all. Yo, Ricky, what we talking about, man? We talking about some fake gay girl shit. I don't know. Do you think Dirk snitched? No, I do not think that Dirk snitched. Normandy Drive. Damn, sorry I'm late, boss. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let Tom tell it I was late today too. Man, hate is so prominent these days. What made you say that, Rod and Roll? I seen you was going at it with somebody in the chat the other day, man. You got to get me up to speed. He giving me a headache hearing cut too much. It's crazy. Rot is wild, man. Hate these days. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. Spread some love today if you can. Spread some love today if you can. That's some shit a gay person would say or something. I swear. What made you say that? Like a Hellcat? I guess so. A lot of these corn star chicks, they be playing for the other team. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They be LGBTQ in their personal life, but for the camera, they do it up. So it's nothing wrong with that. Her reasoning suck, but I believe some women cannot like men. No, I believe that too. I do believe that too. It's just funny that she was like, oh, men are overly freaky, but you're a whole ass sex worker. It just kind of doesn't align. I feel like to be a sex worker, you have to have like an abnormal love for, sex, probably. Of course there are people that do it as a job, but I feel like you probably maybe have a higher drive than most people. I'll just leave it at that. So a lesbian chick turned you out, Ricky? Nah, I mean, damn. Wait. I guess I would have been doing the turning out, but I don't count it as that to keep it a hundo. You feel me? I think my first one it was the homegirl, we had met through some friends and she just hit me on a late night, like, you feel me, demanding it, like, pull up if you about it. And I was like, I didn't even know you got down like that. But she was like, I don't. I'm just feeling you. I'm just feeling you. Oh, wee, boy, I was feeling myself for about a week, dog. And then it happened a few more times, and I was just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Women in their fluid sexualities. I'm not gonna lie, I think they both had hell takes. Nah, Ricky, right though. A lot of these lesbians just haven't found a dude they like. Or I feel like they be going back and forth, man. Like I feel like women can't deal with the harshness of men sometimes. I feel like for some reason the traditional relationship is out of style. But I question it's so out of style that it even exists. They may not like men, but they love meat. Facts. I seen studs in a circle full of females all of a sudden act feminine if they see a man they like. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, yeah. The homie's sister was big stud back in the day. Now she got a husband and kid. She just people just finding themselves, I guess. And women, they can have the fluid sexuality. Men, you can't do that. The other females be looking at the studs like I thought you was supposed to be a man. LOL, it's interesting. I find it interesting with that is like they're still using a strap, which is essentially a urna. You feel me? So they still getting hit with the urna mean. So they probably just like fuck it. I could take some some real meat. You know what I'm saying? Stay on your shit, Rick. I see you hustling. You already know what the deal is. Already know what the deal is. We building, dog. Shit, a few months ago, I'm about to change my name to 2027 Grind Time. Let's go. Let's go. Anyone can be a gangster. Not everyone can be a mobster, man. They try to paint Dirk as a mobster for real, man. The way they was moving, though, it was looking real mobby. It was looking real mobby. I can't lie to y'all. What y'all talking about Palestine in here? East Palestine trailer cat only word one for. Oh, yep. See, I want to do this media. I want to do our little warm up a little bit more rapid fire, but I'm sleeping. I like talking to y'all, man. I just like hanging out with the chat. I can't hold y'all. I've been rocking with y'all for real. I look forward to pulling up, chopping it with y'all on the daily. But we do have that story, and we're gonna get more details on it. Let me go ahead and pull it up for you guys. I thought I was gonna have more to say about about hitting the gay girls, but I didn't really have that much to say. You feel me? If you hit a gay girl before, you already know what it is. Uh, so 49ers owner Jed York arrested during undercover prostitution sting in Ohio. 49 owners Jed York was arrested on Sunday and pleaded no contest to misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct and possessing criminal tools. Criminal tools. He was sentenced to pay $1,150 in fine and 2 days in jail. What was the criminal tool? No, chat. We got to look this story up a little bit more because I can't lie. This little reading there right here is just a little too small for me. But if y'all up on game on the story, what were the criminal tools that he had? Yo, Jed York, that's his name, Jed York. Jed York arrest details. He was on his TAF third. He was on his Tayford. Jed York arrest details. Cause Tay was saying that his search, you feel me, on the sites, on the hub, he said corn-fed trailer park or something like that. Tay was on some demon, boy. What? All right, so he was arrested on Sunday morning. The operation concluded in East Palestine Police Department in conjunction with Mahoning Valley Human Trafficking Task Force. According to Columbian County Court records, York responded to an online advertisement posted by an undercover agent on a known prostitution site and arranged for $140 worth of sexual activity. He was arrested approximately 9:30 a.m. and agreed upon location in a mobile home community. Following, he posted $5,000 of legal team, amended charges. His initial charges, engaging in prostitution and misdemeanor, was reduced to disorderly conduct, along misdemeanor charge of possessing criminal tools. His cell phone. Okay, his cell phone. Okay. All right. It's just his cell phone. Cause I thought, we was talking about the let's be honest. I thought he pulled up with a big strap. I thought he was trying to get hit. Boy, I thought Jed was trying to get hit. I can't hold you. I thought Jed pulled up with some shit that the police officer said, "Oh hell no, nah, we gotta charge him for this. We gotta charge him for this." Jed, you on demon time? You pulled up with the ultra super strap down? Nah, Jed, we gotta charge you for it. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Man, let's get into the game. Just capping right quick though. Let's get into the game capping. I feel like he got the call. They said they wasn't going to go at it, and now he's doing this whole thing. It also could be looked at as some extra.
I feel it.
To, bring Kenny out his closet, bring the boogeyman out his closet.
As soon as you hate, we know exactly who you are.
I feel it. But back to the lines that people pick apart,
Yeah.
right? Like I raised the boogeyman, GNX scares the hose away.
Yeah.
Right? You're being playful, right? I think.
Well, think about it. I had a GNX, you know what I'm saying? And my chick at that time, like, she didn't really want to ride in that. All black, dark windows, like it to a pretty girl, that's like a gang banging car. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
masculine.
So when
It's
I said
masculine.
it, that's what I meant. Kendrick dropped the GNX album. So I mean, it's one of those things where you can take it how you want. As far as raising the boogeyman, I actually did. My music, I came first. Kendrick told you himself on Black Boy Fly and countless times of how much he looked up to me and what my career did inspiration-wise. So it's like, that's no cap. That's just me being transparent after
That is what it
him
is.
being transparent. Yeah, but it's all love, homie.
But picking a side, I'm picking homicide. I said, yo, game.
Come on.
I almost text you about that.
So the thing is, it's like, again, I got, I'm gonna have, I'm gonna have like, it's gonna be a tennis match for everything that you tell me, right? So it's like,
I understand.
With picking a side, I don't gotta pick a side. All living things
That's
must
smart,
perish.
I think.
Everybody in this room will perish, right? No one leaves this earth alive, right? So when I say pick a side, pick homicide. Like, don't stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. I'm out here. I'm with all that. I live my life, and I've been out here. I haven't moved out of LA. I haven't changed my area code. My phone number is still 213. I've been in here. I've been out here my entire career. We live in a city that has,
killed multiple people, our friends, our family
This nigga always go back to some gangbanging shit, bro. You are a multi-millionaire, doggy. Just be a multi-millionaire. Like everybody knows that you too tough, game. We know, bruh. And I'm just sitting here. The reason why this is kind of irking me right now is I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like the reason why Kendrick don't really got to respond is that if Game is going at it like I'm the big dog on the coast, like unchallengeable big dog, like I'll go there with you, then it's not some rap shit. It's some other type timing. You know what I'm saying? Like li- if I was Kendrick, I'd be so okay with him occupying that space, knowing that I'm the actual king of the coast. He's not making it about like some rapping. He always does this, even with the pop out, where he was like, "Man, if I pull up to the pop out, it's gonna be problem because the ops is gonna be out." Da, 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 da. T-Rail was like, "You know, you a legend, Game. We'll never let nobody touch you. We'll never let nobody." He's like, "I ain't gonna let nobody touch me." You feel me? And if them suckers got up on me, just know, just know, bodies gonna drop in the street about me within a week. I'm like, bro, you're the Game. You're a West Coast rapping legend, bro. Your gang banging profile is it is what it is, but that's not why you've entertained this space in people's hearts and minds for so many years. What are we going on? Almost like 30 years, not 30 years, 20 some odd years now. He always does this. He always does this, bro. And I feel like this is why it's comfortable not to respond to the game with his trolling tactics plus all the other shit that he does. Just keep it about rap, dog.
members, some rappers and all that. And I could have been any one of those people at any point of those times. That's how tricky LA is. But I never ran from it. And I know what I'm a part of and who I am. I try to lead with positivity, but I'm also who I am, bro. I'm just who I am. And
100%.
again, if I die later on in my life from cancer or if it's a gunshot wound, I don't know, bro. Like it's just I'm not in control of that, man. I'm just out here being real and being transparent with everybody that is listening to me or hearing me speak, whether it be music or whether me be talk, bro. I'm not afraid of
It's also like his obsession with Biggie and Pac. Like old school rappers love to obsess about their like death. You know, they love to they used to love to rap about I'm gonna die this way. You know, it definitely is a part of his hip hop repertoire or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's constantly talking about the way he's gonna go out.
From Drake that we haven't heard yet? That was supposed to be on
hey,
No
maybe,
Breaks?
maybe I pulled it off because I didn't need it. You know what I'm saying?
See, now Rios fucked me up with this. I felt like Rios had some inside trader information when he said that this song, No Breaks, is old. It's not new. I don't know if he heard something in media. I think academics kind of said something like this as well. But I was like, man, that's crazy. Like this song could have very well been very old, and it's just now coming to light, which makes me think like, has Kendrick heard the full version? Does he know what it could have been? And he's like, oh, well, it wasn't that, so I'ma chill. I don't know, man. I don't know.
To be honest with you, man, that is not the first version of that song. There was about 3 versions, and some other versions, they weren't really too kind, you know. So I pulled certain things off the album. I pulled a lot. I altered the album a lot to make sure that the focus would be more on music and less on BS, man. To be honest,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Was it to protect certain individuals?
Maybe it was just to protect the coast as a whole. You know what I'm saying? I think it was better just to deliver an album full of music with no beefs. I don't think I'm dissing anyone on the album, if I can be perfectly honest.
Hey, is there a verse from Drake?
I'm very not happy with the energy that I'm getting from this. Tapping back into chat land, man. I want to see what's good with my people. What's the deal? What's the deal? I cracked my supermodel ting. She's skinny as F, but she got that top tier. That's what's the deal. What the fuck? Why would you give somebody who actively telling the courts you paid and instructed them to commit murders any playtime at all? I don't know why people pretend like they play fair. It's only when suits. Okay. 140 for the box. Hey, how come you ain't give Munchie pushback about the Kendrick not teaming up for the beef? Because Kendrick didn't really team up for the beef. Trust me, I had that quick. You know what I'm saying? React to Adam giving you a W with the debate with Spody. Oh yeah. I need the timestamp on that. People did hit me about that. I did see it as well. Like right when I tuned in, I saw it. I saw that. I did take the W. I took the W in the debates. We could get into it. All right, let's just get into it. We running through media right now. We running through media. Why am I gonna talk to you guys about it when we could just pull it up? If anybody has a timestamp for that though, that would be great. Because I don't have a timestamp for it. But I'm gonna pull it up over here. Hopefully the video is done processing on their side. And then I could just use the transcript to find it. 27 chapters. Okay, they already did a the Monday show got spicy too. Y'all see it in the title. We gonna tap in on it for sure. Man, we just ripping and running, dog. I still haven't caught up on chats with y'all, man. Oh, Ricky versus Spody debate right here. Let me catch up with chats with y'all though, and we gonna talk about it, man. You already know I stay taking L's. I mean taking W's. Freudian slip. Shout out 2500 for the box. W Niners, L Jed York. Criminal tools sound freaky. That's what I was saying. Tay knows ball. Damn, Normandy. So Tay knows ball. Okay, let me know. Let me know that's what y'all on. That's crazy. Oh, I see y'all going crazy right now. You found out your boy took a dub. That's what I'm talking about, chat. That's what I'm talking about, chat. You the most trash on those. You the most trash in J host. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. You got to be number one at something. Can't wait till you get fired. Can't wait till you top me off. Thank you. He's just cheap. 140 in Ohio. That's some pricey boxy. He's a Midwest guy. So truth in the details, Normandy know what the hell going on, boy. Hey, how come you ain't give Munchie push? Okay, we already read that. East Cleveland 140 will get you 3. Ooh, wee. I gotta see the 3 though. I gotta see the the 3 though, because he may be talking about 3/4s, but 3/4 is 112. You heard me? That's some quick math. You really got on our nerves with that game song thing. It's obvious you're totally overreacting your excitement. Bro, you're crazy if you think that I wasn't like genuinely excited to see Kendrick Lamar in the game go back and forth after all of this rumors going back and forth. Mac Wop saying he got a call from the big dog saying, "Hey, bro, we got to kill it with this." Da, 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 da. I really feel like y'all don't like hip hop. Like it's crazy sometimes, and I know this isn't all of y'all. I don't mean to say y'all, but with just some people in the audience, bro, it baffles me that you guys are more entertained to see the fuck shit happen between hosts than the fuck shit happening in the industry. Like for me, I'm more like into the hip hop shit, the news, the da 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 da, the drama. You know what I'm saying? And the game and Kendrick beefing is huge for the coast. I'm 110% here for that. When I said my body was tingling, I was ready, dog. Like I was about to play a soccer game. I was like, you feel me? I'm like, Kendrick might drop within the next couple hours. We got all this good music to review. Drake gonna come out the cut, this and some more. Like, why don't y'all want those storylines in hip hop? Y'all know that hip hop is struggling right now. Like we kind of have to rely on those storylines right now. Unfortunately, we should just be relying on good music at all times. But right now, we kind of got to push those storylines ahead. So yeah, I don't know, man. If y'all not into it, that's you, but I'm into it. What's good, big dog? What's happening, Xavier? What's happening, dog? The game drop was overhyped, and I will admit that. Now it's starting to feel like the game drop was overhyped. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thinks the game is tough. You're crazy if you think the game isn't tough. Game going at K Dot for clout. Yeah, but that's what Rick Ross should have done. Rick Ross should have got at Drake for clout. Straight up. He dropped the album like we really give a fuck what Rick Ross is rapping about at his late stage in his career. The game did the right thing. He dropped the album. He unveiled this and stuff. He turned it up. He got other artists mad. He made stories for us to talk about. Now he's going on these slew of interviews. Yes, he was going to do that anyway to promote the album, but it's more interesting because we're holding on to every word. We're holding on to every piece of game media. People are recording him, hit the stage, go on tangents, and sending it to my media peers like Remo, academics, all these other people because we want to know what the deal is. Adam is out of touch. You sound exactly like House Phone. Personality and face different, but voice the same. Okay, our voices could, be somewhat similar, but we're two different people. I hope you understand that. It didn't even show notifications, but it showed back and fixed what. Okay. Yeah, the game still want to have that bully status, and he's gonna have that forever. He's gonna have that forever. Stop glazing this corny old dude. Man, y'all are real game haters, man. Y'all don't understand, man. Growing up on the West Coast, bro, Game was like a hero to us, dog. They not like us. Biggest hit for the next 10 years. Game can't evolve a dinosaur. Sorry, that is not going to be the biggest hit for the next 10 years. No one talks about Not Like Us right now. It aged horribly. If you're still slapping Not Like Us in the whip, you really need to consider what you're doing with your life. My DJ doesn't even play Not Like Us like in rotation. It acts like it's not even a real song. You really got on our nerves. You already said that, brother. You already said that. Dude gets shot and think they tough. You a victim. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy, yo. I'm gonna go down to the bottom and see what the deal is. I'm gonna have to catch up with y'all a little bit later in chat world. Y'all going crazy, man. Y'all keep doing it up, man. Y'all keep doing it up. Let's get into this clip though. Let's get into this clip of the Rickster taking a dub over the Spody face. I mean, I thought it was a pretty simple argument. I just didn't do the best in articulating myself during the heat of the battle. Shout out Pooh, actually. He did a better job of articulating my points when I was gone. I had some drink. I got this drink in my cup. H-Town. Hold up.
Argument about again.
It was pretty much Ricky was saying, hey,
Oh, right,
Spody
right.
was a DEI hire because of people thought that Spody cleaned him up.
Moose in absolute disbelief.
He like took his soda hard.
Spody face was
Oh
going
yeah,
at-
yeah. It was
Him and
'cause he was arguing
Spody
with
went
Spody.
at it.
Oh, this is actually funny. This is exactly
Yeah,
right.
I mean, Moose Man was getting mad
yeah, this was
when he
my
was
ass
pointing,
being out?
when he was pointing at the crack because he was like, we don't give a fuck about, or was it Ricky?
It was Ricky. Ricky was like, because Stephen kept going, hey,
yeah.
look. Hey, and Ricky's like, we're in the middle of a serious conversation, Stephen. Stop trying to make us look at and take the crack off the screen. I'm like, okay, Ricky, you really.
I hate when they do that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I hate when they do that, bro. Like, bro, he was trying to get us to look at Doughboy's crack for so long, as if we didn't see it, as if we weren't accosted by the crack like all day. Every time Doughboy moved, it felt like we was just getting hit by like mad crack. Like it was crazy, bro. And then he wants us to look at more crack. Like Stevie just be trolling, though. He just be trolling. But let's get into it.
He bought it. Let's go. He like took his soda hard.
Spody face was
Oh
going
yeah,
at-
yeah. It was 'cause
Him and
he was arguing
Spody
with
went
Spody.
at it.
Yeah, did you see that? The Spody and Ricky
I did
spar?
see it, and I felt like Ricky pretty much like won the argument.
Oh, you think he won it?
Yeah.
It was like pretty. People thought.
Look at Moose, shocked. Look at Moose, my boy, shocked. It's crazy. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Like, Spody could have destroyed me in that argument, and we gonna go over it. We gonna go over it. Spody could have absolutely destroyed me, but he didn't employ an important technique.
that Spody cleaned him up. That
Yeah,
seemed like
that's what I'm
the
saying.
public sentiment, at
What
least.
was the argument about again?
It was pretty much Ricky was saying, hey,
Oh, right,
Spody
right.
was a DEI hire because of 4 Extra. He only got hired because you were trying to piss off 4 Extra. I went through the
I also love that you guys have adopted this DEI hire thing. Is so fucking funny because nepotism is the exact opposite of diversity, equity, and inclusion. But no jumper. No jumper, but it's funny though. I know Moose is trolling. It's just so funny seeing the fans adopt it. And I don't know if you guys know it's a troll.
gauntlet, jumped through the rings of fire, and came out, victorious. I should be in the big leagues, not just placed on the biggest show on here because of a DEI.
But
type of
okay, like
situation.
I just like I didn't hire or start fucking with Spoodyface to like get at 4 Extra. In fact, the first time Spoodyface ever came on the podcast, his one and only request was, I don't want to talk about 4 Extra. And I said, yeah, that's cool. That's
Respect.
fine. And so I do think he's wrong about that in terms of like my actual motivations. But at the same time, I mean, Ricky is right that him coming in as, I mean, Spoodyface is kind of like a famous LA gang dude, regardless of his cousin. Like, people just heard about him over the years and shit, even like social media. Yeah. But like, people just heard about him and shit. But I just felt like Spotify kept saying like, I've been somebody out here. Like they've been knowing about me in the hood or whatever. Well, it's like, that's different than the internet. You know, Ricky, you got to give him credit. He did come in here with no cosign, no nothing, and has been able to, granted he has his detractors, but he's been able to do his thing here. And I think people have he's grown on them.
Yeah, but that's like a trait. I feel like.
Yeah, like I didn't do a really good job of highlighting that, but I felt like, okay, when I'm saying this, you're a nepotism hire because your cousin was arguably one of the most viral people in the hip hop urban space. For someone who, he makes music and all that, but we know his music isn't good. He just doesn't make music. He's not someone's manager. He's not like a streamer, entertainer guy or whatever. He's just a gang member that Adam thought was entertaining and put him on camera and created this infrastructure around him for people to see who he is. Four Extras was so viral that Lamar Jackson wished him well when he blew his hand off in the accident. You know, parts of his hand. His hand didn't get completely blown off. Like, y'all got to be able to wrap your mind around how far reaching the brand of Four Extras is. If Lamar Jackson, the starting quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, record breaker Lamar Jackson, is wishing him well, all the stuff he's got going on, acting on power, getting ready for an NFL season, endorsements, all that stuff. He still has time to make some time to tweet out, hey, Four Extras, get better. He still got time to watch Four Extras in his spare time. He probably likes him as a character. That level of virality is not easy to obtain. And that being your cousin and you having a reputation in the streets, people knowing you, whatever, whatever, that's gonna help you get to the main show at No Jumper. Simply put, and to push back against that as if that wasn't the case doesn't serve you in proving your point that you're special. That you could have separated you being special aside from that very simple baseline point that I'm making. If I was Spody, I would have said, "You're right. My cousin did help me get in here, but I'm the reason why I was able to stay here and garner an audience and get 80,000 subs on my YouTube channel. Four Extras got me in the door, but I'm the reason that I'm still here though." That's all he had to do to destroy my argument. He should have accepted the Nepo hire and said, "But I'm really like that though." That's how I would have approached it. You know, like sometimes you got to give your enemy a little something in a debate in order to get the ups on them. Because then what could I have said in that moment? I saw Spaz said Ricky said the quiet part out loud, which was I did say the quiet part out loud, the obsession with the tough guys, even though I feel like they don't necessarily bring a lot to the pod. And that's all due respect. That's all due respect. But I was saying, like, hey, man, in this internet commentary space, like, yeah, you're someone in the streets, you're someone on the yard. You know, maybe you had the dorm. Maybe you were really like that. You pulled up on Brick and all that. But like when you was pulling up on Brick and going viral for that, like I've already said, that was some real politics. And I know y'all don't play with that. Like you wasn't doing that for the internet. You were doing that because of the oath that you took. You did that for Tribe. You didn't do that to entertain No Jumpers fan base. I know Spody didn't give a F about the No Jumper fan base when he was doing all that. You know what I'm saying? So it still stands when it comes to this internet shit. Cause you know what the dudes in the streets love to say. I ain't see that, man. I don't be online all day. I be moving. I be getting to a chat. You feel me? I got real life shit going on for real, brother. I'm out here. I'm out here. Not me and Moose. Hey, we see everything. Hey, we see everything. We get whacked to sit down for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We talk, man, what's up with you and George? What kind of checks George cut? Because you know you got the name and the headlines and all that. But y'all getting some crypto? What's going on? You know George getting sued, right? You know that's some tricky business, right? You know what I'm saying? We see all the headlines. We trying to get to the story. We trying to break a story. We don't got time to be acting too cool.
Like
No
Spody,
bodies.
Spody was saying like
That we know of.
they knew my name before or whatever, and he was saying Ricky, they didn't know your name. What do you think about Ricky pretty much saying like they've had me on the bench, they need to bring me and start me, like pretty much saying
And I feel like even that they knew who you were before, but no one knew who I was, and now they have to sit there and peep. They got to sit there and peep game now because I'm a nobody that turned himself into a somebody. Because guess what? I was never a nobody. I didn't need to go through the gauntlet that you went to make my name. You feel me? I used to rap, and my one of my favorite bars was "Ain't nobody give me my name." I'm not no tiny little infant, none of that. Nobody could give me my name. My name is my name. I chose my name. Couldn't nobody bestow a name upon me. I don't got big homies. I don't got nothing propping me up except talent, belief, blind faith. That's it. Never needed nobody. I got plenty of bars like that. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of bars.
I deserve to be on one of the big shows because I feel like I came out victorious. Doughboy won a contest and got placed on his own show. You know what I'm saying? People are getting placed on the Tuesday show, and y'all have relegated me to the news when I feel like I'm potting at a level that's deserved for higher.
Well, so number one, just because the news has been like not maybe the best at times over the last couple of years, it's like the news still needs to be good. So I like want to take people that I think are good podcasters and put them on the news and make the news good.
Facts.
You know, like if we're going to do it, it's got to be good. So from my perspective, like I don't look at Ricky as like a shitty ass podcaster, and that's why he needs to be on the news. But I mean, I feel like the news is almost equal in weight to like a nighttime show or whatever. You know, it's like I don't really look at it as like a downgrade.
Especially when me and Ricky are on there multiple times a week. It's
Yeah.
like we're getting more airtime than dude.
Guys, can we please get this stream to 100 likes? Please, mods, please get on the people in the chat, the people watching. We had 97 people, man. It would do a lot for me if you hit that like button, if y'all subscribe, if you're new to the channel, I appreciate it. But let me get back to breaking down this clip. I do not feel as if I'm relegated to the news. I misspoke. I had a little bit to drink. I couldn't believe that Spody was really entertained in this conversation. I was high pitching a little bit. I was yelling a little bit. Shout out to Spody being a good sport. You feel me? He kept it cool, calm, and composed. I appreciate it. And I respect it. I respect it. I don't feel relegated to the news, and I haven't felt that way for some time. I was a little shaken up when I was taking off the Tuesday show, but Adam's gonna go on to say that I didn't necessarily fit in the Tuesday show. I rewatched one of my last shows on the Tuesday show where he was kind of like saying, I think it was the Buzzball one. He was saying I kind of felt boxed out of the conversation. So for those of y'all that don't know, it's really important at No Jumper not to sit in the seat that Adam is sitting in. If you ever see me sitting in this seat, this means that I'm trying to like kind of chill out that day. Like, okay, when the stinks are in the building on Wednesday, I like to sit in this seat right here because I want to kick back in the conversation and kind of give them more shine and stuff. Sitting in this seat, it's really important for this person to keep their head on a swivel. It's easier to do when Adam's here because we all know Adam's the main attraction. But when you're a side character, maybe you haven't really built a voice here, this is the worst possible seat that you could take up in this room because this person's naturally going to turn to the two people on this side versus entertaining the one person over here. So in that episode, I'm the farm man down on the couch. Maybe Lush is in between us, so it makes it worse. And it feels like I'm all the way on the edge, boxed out from the conversation, while there's four people over here having a pretty concise conversation. But anyway, that's just some inside baseball, like telling you guys how the room is actually constructed and what it feels like to podcast in that room and the setting and the seating. You're better off sitting in the uncomfortable stool over here on the side if it's a lot of people than you are sitting in this seat. Like, yeah, you'll have some more comfort, but you're not going to be as important or in the conversation as possible. This is like D mic seating. Um, I don't feel relegated to the news. I think the news is an important part of No Jumper. Watching the news, I would be very frustrated with their lack of ability to kind of stay on a topic and actually pod. I appreciate good potting, people being able to expand upon topics, hit it from different angles and stuff. And maybe you walk away kind of like learning something. And I kind of looked at it like what Adam is saying. Like every part of No Jumper is weighted in importance, and I feel like that's something we got to stop doing in the office as coworkers, is attacking the brand by trying to demote other parts of the brand. Like if you're not on an NJS, a No Jumper show, then you're weak, or that shit over there is weak, like whatever it may be, because it just deprograms the audience to look at it as a part of the whole tree. Like it is a product that we put forth to the people, when we should never be devaluing anything that we put on camera for the folks. And also this narrative of like people having their own show. No one at No Jumper has their own show besides Munchie. If you have to sit with Adam 22 to like, do good numbers or whatever it is, that's Adam's show. Adam is the host and we're all co-hosts. You know what I'm saying? Even if the fans anticipate that Adam might be pulling up to a Friday or a Monday or whatever, it's always going to be his show, plain and put. But if you could sit on your own and make it shake like Munchie's been doing, basically sitting on his own, interrogating his other coworkers, shortcomings, then that's your own show. That's the way I see it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I think that's the only person that has their own show up there. But I'm just saying all of this not to devalue anybody's like efforts and stuff and what they got going. It's just that we need to be more bundled up together and more like on our camaraderie shit, and make it a healthy camaraderie, like Rios was saying on the last Friday show, for us to kind of get it to the next level. Like we have to form real friendships and stuff, and not just make it about potting and what we could do for each other and whatnot. And that's something I got to be better about, because the office has had multiple karaoke nights that I haven't shown up to. Because once I'm in the house on a Friday night and I done played some pickup soccer beforehand and I'm tired and stuff, I'm not trying to pop out. I'm trying to post up, you feel me? Have a little Tecate or a Modelo, you know what I'm saying? Get some top, you know what I'm saying? Go to bed. Yeah, but I gotta do better in bonding with my coworkers. And let's get back into the clip. I think Adam's gonna talk about the amount of opportunities and stuff.
That are just on the main show. You know what I'm saying?
And Ricky, I think he didn't fit in with the Tuesday show when we tried. It was like a little weird. It was a little tough. And we've like given him a bunch of opportunities on here and the Tuesday show. So I don't think Ricky has got like, I don't think like if he feels like he's marginalized, I don't think it's because of a lack of opportunities.
Yeah, and I feel that way too. This is something I've talked about, with people in my life that's like, man, they got to put you on a Tuesday show. Da 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 da. A few coworkers maybe hit me on the back end, like, how come they not, putting you on this or pushing you to the front? And I really do sit back and I count the amount of times I've been allowed to be on the Tuesday show. Other co-hosts have been allowed to be on the Tuesday show that aren't necessarily like, star players, as we like to say, or people that they're maybe pushing to the front, it may feel like. And I feel like I was given the same amount of appearances as my other coworkers, and I feel like with the scheduling, like Josh, Adam, whoever is taking part in it, even Remo, they're super fair, bro. They're super fair. Like the numbers just add up. Like there's really not like a preference towards, this person or that person or whatever. And even Spody he said that they pitched the idea of the Monday show, which I didn't know. I mean, sorry, the Tuesday show with Ann Hefe, Spody, Munchie B, everything it would mean for the city. I didn't know that they pitched that to Adam and he was the person that agreed upon it or whatever. I thought it was a part of a troll. And he said I was wrong. It wasn't a troll, whatever. But Spody wasn't pulling up to the news and all that for a while because I think he had something going on with like work. And I was like, oh man, because I remember the first time I ever potted with Spody on the news, I was like, hey, what's the deal, bro? Like, I've been waiting to pod with you. It was the first time we ever met outside. And I was like, yeah, man, like, I'm happy we finally get to pod together. Like, what's the deal? How come they haven't been, putting you on the news? And he was like, oh man, I got some, I got business to handle and stuff. It's not really easy for me to pull up for a news episode every once in a while, but I'm gonna try to do it every once in a while, rather. So I felt like that was a whole scheduling thing, like some real life type ish that kept bruh from being on the news or something regularly. And I understood. I was like, okay, cool. Like, that kind of explains things, because I'm not gonna lie, it was times where I did was feeling like I could probably pod better than Spody. You know what I'm saying? And I should probably have that seat for sure. Of course, I'm a competitor. I'm always gonna feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's times I felt that way about Ant. It's times I felt that way about Ant too. It's not just about Spody. It's about getting me in the door. I'm selfish. I'm selfish, nigga. No, sitting around. Shout out to them though. Those are the guys, you know. But I always say like I appreciate the opportunity that Josh and Adam have given me, and I'm not capping. Like I'm a numbers dude. I be counting, making sure everything adds up, and I'm like, all right, we kind of all even based on appearances, who's putting who where, how many times a week is this person showing up, how many times a week am I showing up, and when I looked at the like scheduling, like broke it down in my head, I was like, yo, this is fair as hell. Like for me to be complaining about not getting an appearance on this show or that show is just selfish because it's like, well, then which one of your coworkers do you feel okay sliming out so you could get a little extra screen time? And the answer is none. I'm not trying to do nobody like that. Like everybody deserves their opportunity up there. You feel me? We all trying to make it shake.
And I think he's gotten better as well.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
like him more than the fucking anti-Ricky hate mob in the chat.
What do you think about trying him out possibly on the Monday show for the 4th?
But we've had Ricky on here.
I'm just saying, just as a permanent.
I'm like nervous of like getting fully locked in with a 4th, just because I feel like 4 is kind of like the number, and then 5 can sometimes be a little much.
God damn.
And I do like him, but it's like I feel like the rotating 4th seat has been kind of good. Although, you know, if we do like I don't want to do like interview type shit on here, but it is nice to be able to have space to like put somebody in. I don't know, but like I mean, Ricky does fit in decently on this Monday dynamic, you know.
Yeah,
Ricky is
he's
really
potted with
good.
us a couple times.
Like if even though that there may be like a hate train or whatever on the chat,
And I agree with this. I agree with the rotating 4th seat. I don't want to be selfish and take out the 4th seat rotational position just so I can get more camera time. You know, obviously more money in my pocket feels good too. But they've had some really good rotations in that 4th seat. They had the one comedian brother. They had Timmy DeLaGhetto. They had Trap in for a great episode. Nick Cannon appeared. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep that 4th seat open and rotate me in every once in a while. I'm cool with that. I don't got no problem with that, bro. I like potting with Adam. I feel like Adam brings the best out of all of us. He demands a certain standard when we're podcasting and stuff. And I feel like I've definitely seen our on-camera relationship grow. You know, off camera, we always been cool. We're gonna chop it up, a little here, joke here or there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's normal. Like Adam, a normal ass dude, bro, in real life. Like I feel like all the craziness y'all see on camera, bro, hella like you feel me, adjusted off camera or whatever it may be. So yeah, I like potting with them, but also too got to think about the product, what we putting forth to the people, building the brand and all that. I'm a team player. You know what I'm saying? I play CDM when I play soccer. I sacrifice for the team. I could go up there, get goals. I could do everything that my strikers do. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm going to sit in there. I'm going to hit somebody, get hit. You know, I'm going to do it up for the squad and sacrifice for the shirt. And I'm going to remain doing that. You know, that's just what I'm on. That's just what I'm on. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to get dirty. Man, I've been, falling behind with the chat, but let me go ahead and tap in with y'all, see what y'all thinking. No jumper is for the streets. That's a narrative. Do you think you could have a rep in the streets? Not if you would want to, but you could. Could you really navigate the streets anywhere? I think I would fare well, to be honest. I know y'all probably don't think that, but I think I would fare well. But the one thing that always stuck out to me about street culture and gangbanging was the politics. See, like I'm the type of dude they would have to get out the paint because once you politic on me and you give me a certain outcome, but then you politic on the homie and we did the same infraction and he gets a more favorable outcome, you're never gonna hear the end of it from me. I'm gonna need that. We're gonna have to run it back. We're gonna have to run it back. None of this, you ain't bigger than the program. Well, why is that nigga getting more favorable treatment than me? Because his last name. Nah, what's his hood name? I don't give a fuck what his last name. What's his hood name? That's what I think my problems ultimately would have been in the streets is if the politics didn't go in my way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing niggas get favoritism and all that. When I've heard stories like that, I'm like, nah, I would have crashed. I would have crashed. You know what I'm saying? But who cares about all that? That's just my opinion. That's why I always said, and that's why I tell people to stay out the streets because the politics get dirty. You feel me? And even with Doe, when we keep bringing up this double standard with Doe, he want to get on Lush's head and say that it's his fault for this, that, and the third, but he didn't want to take any fault in the Kyle situation to begin with, you know. But that's dirty politics to me. So you say one thing for Lush, but for yourself, you want a different outcome. You don't want to fall on the sword the same way you asked that man to fall on the sword. Bruh, get out of here. Yeah, you heard Richard like the stream. Yeah, man, we got 117 people in here strong. Like the stream, man. And hey, if you guys don't want to like the stream, it's all right. You know, before I started making content, I wasn't really liking everything. Now that you can feel me, got to make content. I like everything cuz I know how far it goes for people and whatnot, but honestly, I'm just happy to kick it with y'all, man. I'm just happy to kick it with y'all. Personally, I F with Ricky, but he's delusional as fuck on a lot of subjects. Tap in, man. Tell me what subjects I'm delusional on. Let me know. If y'all in the chat, don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. Click that button. It don't cost you nothing. Deadass stool prop best when Ralphie and Pooh on for the same time. Pooh can never speak on dripper fashion again. Pooh can never Pooh be dressing, man. Nothing wrong with the way Pooh be dressing. One thing I'll say about Pooh is at least he's being himself, bro. He don't look like a carbon copy of anybody else, so that's dope. Adam is not always here in Moose on the Doughboy show. Yeah, sure. Thank you for saying it because Moose does not have his own show. I mean, that's just the way I see it. Maybe he sees it differently. He's entitled to see it differently. You know, Moose is very passionate and about podcasting and competing and being the best that he could be, and I really mess with it. Yeah, you're right. You know, the Takate and gooning. I'm never Takate and gooned. I'm telling you, I'm never Takate and gooned. Anyway, Ricky, what do you think about Mbappe? What should I be thinking about Mbappe, man? Real Madrid kind of had a tough start to the season yesterday. The homies was all talking about how they lost money, and the homie specifically said he lost money on Mbappe not scoring. So uh, I'm gonna tap in with La Liga in a bit. W anti Ricky hate mob, and that's another thing. I don't even really feel like I don't really feel like there's a Ricky hate mob. Like I love the way y'all troll me at No Jumper. I feel like sometimes it just feels like it's a bit more because it's not my chat. But when y'all get on me in the chat, I like it. The shit be funny. Y'all know me. I just like a good layered joke. I just like a good layered joke. You know what I'm saying? Don't hit me with the basic. Hit me with something I could use. Maybe I something I can re-rock. Um Moose said he your OG. Bro said you Jeremy Lin on the team. Said you the Jeremy Lin on the team was only good for a season. Moose Man 916. He's re-rocking the Jeremy Lin joke that we was making at No Jumper. Shout out you. I know a re-rock when I see one though. I know a re-rock when I see one though. But he's already been on here. Be careful, Ricky. You seen how Moose did Kyle? I mean, Kyle did himself that way. Moose believes he's putting up numbers. He def would cross you for playing time. Moose is putting up numbers. And if Moose were to choose him over me at No Jumper, I wouldn't take offense to it. Look at your seven head. Look at it. Look at it. Messing around. You won't survive in the lamest streets. Okay, brother, you're committed to these narratives. Shout out you though, because you interacting with the chat. I mess with you. That's why Moosey is scared of you. What's his median name? You will never be involved in any politics. Thank the Lord. I'm gonna tell Blueface to smack you. You got the line on Blueface. That's really dope. That's really dope. All right. All right, guys. I am going to move along. You guys are trolling. Y'all keep trolling. Just make sure you like the stream, brother. Like the stream. You know we love all of our trolls. Let's get into this show right here. Getting pretty spicy though. Not I don't and I'm not I don't know if I'm gonna have so much commentary on this. You know, wait. We got it pulled up. I was gonna bring up a clip, but we actually have the show pulled up, so I could just find it because this show got a little spicy. What do y'all want? What do y'all want me to go on? Let's go to Adam critiquing Doughboys. Well, actually, let's see Doughboys.
Are we
The
really?
24-hour stream. I haven't
I
seen.
don't believe it till I see the
anything about
chat.
this.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
No.
We live in this thing.
We're not gonna
401
do
calling
that.
us late is crazy.
401.
It was like 1 minute late. It's like,
Oh.
all right, give us
Okay,
a break,
let's-
guys.
Come on,
Come
guys.
on, guys.
Let's
You're
see.
definitely
Let's see
convincing us.
Doughboy
I think
open
you
up
would,
about
like,
the group chat.
My thing is, it's just so like even just the expressions in the group chat.
Right.
I talked to you on the 24-hour stream
Mhm.
about why that shit is so lame
Mhm.
and why you shouldn't do that. You're like,
What are you
reaching-
talking about exactly?
So he
Great advice, by the way,
like he
that he gave him.
in the stream starts talking about like before he goes on the stage and why he has fear of stage
Oh yeah,
and
okay.
this like that stuff. But then even like recently he has more shit to say, and it's like, damn, why are you reaching out to this group message? And I'm not trying to shit on nobody, but
Right.
don't nobody really give a fuck like that.
I
This
mean,
is-
I was taken aback. Like he after the great humiliation of Doughboy that was this live stream, it was like he hit us with some childhood trauma that was like, yo, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
It's
like,
just not for the bro company group chat.
well,
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
I
It's
don't
just
blame
like,
him for telling us because it does like kind of explain a lot.
it contextualizes a lot,
Yeah.
but also like we don't care that much.
It's not molestation for the record.
and it's
Right.
gonna
He
be
hasn't
didn't get
told us
dibbled.
about that
it's
yet.
gonna be used. People are gonna be insensitive. Like you're not gonna get out of what you think you're gonna get out of that.
So
Like, where is your real
I would never use the stuff that Doughboy that Doughboy said in the group chat against him. But it was one of those where I guess it did give us some context, and I'm curious if they're gonna actually like open up about what he said. Like I think we all have enough decorum not to really make fun of someone's mental health stuff, like in a like just bleeding it type of way. But also, it's one of those where, oh man, how do you like really? Because you don't want to say that you don't give a fuck, but it's okay. Like at our big ass advanced age, if you're dealing with trauma like that and stuff, and you really got to work on it, and there's some things that you're going through, you should be doing it with another professional, not with your homies in the group chat. Like it's almost like it's the mature thing to do to be forthright about your mental health issues and the things that you struggle with, but it's also immature to try to put that on normal people in your life. You know, recently I had a friend go through some things, or acquaintance rather, go through some personal things, and they were like, "Man, it feels like no one is here for me during these hard times." And they're just spewing a lot of stuff on Instagram. And I just reached out to him like, keep your head up. You know, your drinking friends aren't your real friends. You got to reevaluate your circle at times, blah, blah, blah. And they were kind of, you know, using some self deprecating language. I did the friend thing like, hey, man, you know, don't talk about yourself like that. Da, 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 da. And then they kind of got at me at some point in the conversation like bruh, like you be like making me feel this way sometimes too, or whatever, or you take everything as a joke. And I had to be like, hey, look, I do just be joking. You know, it's not serious. My bad if anything I said ever really fucked you over or whatever, made you feel fucked up. But at the same time, it's like, hey, bro, you got to take care of your own shit. Like I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna apologize. Say, hey, if I ever hurt your feelings, my bad. You know, it ain't all that. But it's like, come on, dog. Like for real, bro. Like you over here whining and complaining. What you doing to get over this? What anything in life you don't change, you choose. Straight like that. Straight like that. If you don't change it, you choosing it.
real group chat with your real people that message needs to be in?
And they'll give
this
you real
ain't
life
it.
feedback.
I
Yeah.
need one.
Are we your first group chat? Damn it.
You guys are my go-to.
That's crazy.
But no, but like, you know, like
God.
to address the first thing that you're saying. So when I was going on stage,
That's real though too, because I was wondering who are Doughboy's peoples, like who's advising him, who's pulling him aside, like this is a good look, this ain't a bad, this ain't a good look, whatever. And he kind of just admitted, like, I don't really got like rounds like that. Like I don't got day ones, like for real, that's really holding me down. And you know, people, hey, bro, people be suffering from loneliness. Like it's real. You know what I'm saying? We can make all the jokes in the world, and trust me, we was making jokes. Oh, we was making jokes in that group chat. But you feel me? The way we gonna carry it out here is like we got Doughboys back and everything like that. But yeah, man, people are lonely out here. Real talk.
Like I was having a moment of vulnerability to where it's just like, and I'm feeling like I'm safe amongst friends. Like, man, this is what I go through sometimes. Maybe it is a little too deep.
There's a blazing addiction person in there going through shit, and you're sending that in there with that person and other people who don't care. Right. It's like people don't really give a fuck, though, boy.
I'm learning that.
And it's not to be like mean to anybody, but we're all grown ass men. We're the grownest men,
right?
And you got like young,
I gotta get some coffee chat.
Dudes in there is like, the fuck is he talking about?
I'm sorry, I gotta pause this because Rios is snapping right now. My bad. Let me get my coffee chat, but Rios is cooking right now, so I can't miss out on any bars. I can't miss out on any bars. Gone, Mr. Jason Rios. Get him.
That's not the place for that. Like you have to go into some shit and be on your own shit with your real people. Like, and these are coworkers and peers, and I get it. You care about it, but ain't nobody going out on the line for you, dude. Like,
yeah. So like, when I did that last Monday, I was just like having a little vulnerable moment before I got on stage, and I was just like, pop, and then, I'm said that shit. Then I ended up going on stage, having a good set, you know what I'm saying? Then I felt good. And then like when I opened up more over the weekend, like that was just me just being a ball of emotion. Because you seen, like I went from one moment, I was like, yeah, man, fuck this nigga. I ain't never work with him again, da-da-da. Then I thought about it and I was just like, sometimes I just be having a little bit too much of a soft spot in my heart just because I put myself in a situation. I just be like, I've had to ask for forgiveness for certain things, and I've done and said stupid shit when I was drunk. And I'm just like, if it comes down to I'm the measuring metric of if this man loses his job, this is your company. This is your shit. So you're going to make the decision that you make. But I'm like, if it's on me and you're asking me, Doughboy, you got violated on here, this is what I'm trying to do. What do you think? I mean, I'm not that bothered by
That's disgusting. Rios, as our resident in-house, the only non-tuna here, even though I know you've gone your own way, would you say that this weekend's events are DP worthy or put off worthy? If No Jumper was a gang,
DP worthy
at the very least, perhaps
at the very least, like everybody, like it depends on how he performs in the DP.
Yeah, really, I've seen like Hood's DP dudes for less, for sure. Yeah,
it's like you just are setting yourself up to be like a glutton for punishment. And it's ridiculous at this point. It's not even sad. It's like all of this stuff. Like, okay, yeah, there could be a better environment created to where it could be where you don't have to deal with that. But that's not reality. The reality of the situation is this is the situation we in. And if you don't stick up for yourself, unchecked aggression is just going to build. And they're just going. And then if I could get a viral clip off you. You gotta get on your shit, man. Like that shit. Like, come
on. Donnie snapping in the chat. They're talking about his 47th birthday on the 470th episode. Talk about alignment. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty aligned.
Oh, cuz like,
but and then like the weird.
Oh, you made Rios cuz. Yo, because Rios is, man, he changed, man. That's the first time I ever heard Rios say cuz. And to the person that said, how can we not calling Rios out on selective potting? He doesn't want to talk about gang stuff, but then he got mad at Crip Mac. I don't understand how you make that comment and not see the alignment of bro is on a different type timing in his life, and he doesn't necessarily want to entertain too much of the gang. He wants to put forth a different image and messaging towards people. So he stays away from those topics. But when he sees something so egregious and so offensive that could cause a war in the streets, loss of life, you get to see his emotion. You get to see his pushback and vitriol for the situation. That's alignment. He's aligned in the person that he's putting forth to the people, the part of him that he wants to show. If this was Rios, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, whenever he was, doing exactly what he was doing, it probably would have looked and sounded a lot different. You know what I'm saying?
Weird thing about it though too is that, and this is probably like the worst case scenario, is that it feels like the hosts and maybe even the fans are like kind of like losing interest, like they're sort of just giving up because like I know you notice when you like send like a big 3-paragraph thing about how you're going to get better at podcasting and blah blah blah, and then like nobody responds. And then people will just be talking about something else. Somebody will send like a Crit Mac post. And just
I'll be like, how can I unsend Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about the movie I wrote. Nobody gives a fuck. You didn't even read the movie.
Did anyone?
No, but I was down to do a table read. That's more
Nobody
interesting.
read it.
The table read is much more interesting. And Doughboy, I don't want you to feel like you're alone. Like, I care about you. I fuck with you the long way. You feel me? So, and we all have those similar types of feelings that you were feeling that day on Monday. It's just, I'm not going to run to the group chat and tell them. It's kind of a thing like, I know everybody on the platform is dealing with their own shit. I never want to be burdening other people with my shit. And it sounds like selfish or whatever, but it's just like, bro, we all go through feelings like that.
But we
got to keep on trucking on.
He kind of like needs to tell us that to even like make it make sense to us. You know, like you maybe would like hit us with some like childhood trauma if you like did something really fucked up and you like wanted to explain it, you know?
Yeah, but it's like him getting smacked with a fucking table and then he's the one breaking it down like he's the one that did something wrong. It's like, Doughboy, you're good, bro.
And he's still fighting against like what we're trying to tell him. He's still like taking on this other perspective that is like, well, actually, like it's fine. Like he just went on like a big rant about why Kyle shouldn't be fired.
Once he hit me with the "I'm not getting a black man fired," I'm like, "You got it, brother.
I know,
you got it. You got it, Doughboy. You know, I'm not defending Doughboy anymore. I'm gonna stand by him. I'll make sure he doesn't get his head cracked on the table.
Thank you for bringing
I'll do it every time. But that was my breaking point. I said, "All right,
I felt it.
I retire."
Yeah, I just want to go ahead and pat myself on the back for calling it first. And I take little to no pleasure in this, besides me being very socially aware. The Doughboy fatigue is on 10. The Doughboy fatigue is, the volume is very loud on it right now. Adam is right, Moose is right. It's just too much antics and not enough podcasting. And then it seems like when he is podcasting, this is something I've said yesterday, the level of conversation is just not where it needs to be. And, you know, we got to give him grace. He's a 47-year-old man. He's not a product of the internet. It doesn't seem like he's obsessively tapped in with this space, or the stuff he is tapped into is outside of this space. And maybe he needs to bring some of those things to the table that he cares about talking about, so he can maybe, you know, find an interesting story that he can expand upon or teach the audience about. Because I'm very interested. You know, I want to know if he can podcast at a high clip. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Rios. Rios has come into this space and almost seamlessly. People are saying he's the MVP of this year, and I don't doubt it. I think the exact same fucking thing. Rios is funny. He's knowledgeable. You feel me? He shows different parts of himself. Got a little angry. That was a surprise. It just is a total a package. You know, no glaze, whatever. Shout out Rios. Jay Hood as well. He's coming in. Him and Munchie, you starting to see the street guy rapport. They kind of talking to each other in coded ways, trying to set each other up here or there to bring the conversation there. It's interesting. It's a dance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I'm yeah, man. Like I don't know what it is with Doughboy. I don't know what it is. I don't want to keep picking on him. I'm with Moose. Doe, you're not alone. I think we've had a few good episodes together. I know Doe thinks I'm a little too full of myself and that I need to chill out sometimes and not think that I'm God's gift to the world. And I try not to carry it like that, but I get a little peeved when we're sitting there and we're not podding. Because what else is there for me to do? You know what I'm saying? Like when I could just tell, like, and I'm like this with like my friends in real life. Like when the conversation is just too surface level, I'm like, bro, like what the fuck are we even talking about? Like we sound like those guys over there. We're not those guys. You know what I'm saying? We're guys. We're the real guys. You know what I'm saying? And we sound like those guys right now. I don't like it. I don't like that basic shit around me. You know what I'm saying? Our brain they talked about this. I saw them have an AI conversation. Your brain is a muscle that you constantly have to be flexing. You know what I'm saying? That you have to be exercising. If you're just talking about base level, dumbass, brain rot shit, or you just have like this superficial take about like relationships, whatever situation we're discussing. And it's like, bro, you've lived enough years now to know like to be able to speak about this in somewhat of a real way. You know, when you're kids, maybe you open up about some relationship stuff, the homies will clown you like, oh, nigga, you soft. Nigga, you simping to that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Grow a backbone, nigga. Da, 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 da. That's when you're kids. When you start getting to our big age of 30 some odd years, you know, the homie's supposed to say, like, man, I've been there with one. You feel me? I done had my heart broken out here looking dumb. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it gets better, brother. Don't worry about it. Shake it off. We all go through it. You know what I'm saying? Because life humbles you. Life teaches you lessons that you're not really like how you think you is. You're not the shit. Everybody can get vulnerable. And it just seems like, I don't know, sometimes you know, I don't know, man. I can't call it. I see this person, their chat interests me. Are you seeing the chatter of people asking why Adam never comes for you, even though your performance is always a topic on the Reddit? I think it's because Adam is a top tier podcaster. And you guys, maybe not you guys, but people that comment on my performance, the people that are my detractors are not that. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay, like, for you to be able to speak about, oh, maybe the entertainment value isn't there, whatever it may be. I feel like he sees something that maybe isn't apparent to the audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in times when I'm doubting myself and they've put a battery in my back to go harder or reassure me that I'm doing a good job and stuff, like people behind the scenes and whatnot, it'll be surprising to me too, because I'm new to this. And you guys are saying, "Oh, Ricky, you got a year under your belt doing this." Look at my year under the belt. How much trial and error. Like, go to my The Pick Six show. Go watch some of that stuff. The way I'm talking, the way I'm podding, and look at me now. Like, I've grown so much in a year, and there's only one way to do it, like, is to do it. I'm not a studied podcaster. I started watching YouTube in 2022. There's so many conversations and pieces of media that you guys have probably seen that I'm totally not even in tune with. When I'm saying I don't know this or that about the no jumper lore, I'm being genuine. I don't know. Like, bro, I've watched like one full Crip Mac episode where it's like the Popeyes is on the counter or whatever, and he has the 40, and I think he eats the girl's butt and they take that off cam. That is the only full Crip Mac episode I've ever seen. Cause I know I'm not the Crip Mac audience. You know what I'm saying? What y'all want from me?
We're in the group chat. And keep in mind that Doughboy is a man who has repeatedly denied ever having experienced racism in any form. And when I say that Kyle should be fired or whatever, that like we're done with him, Doughboy's response is, "Man, it's hard to get a job as a black man in America." And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you discovered racism to defend your abuser
that you said doesn't exist or that you had not experienced. So that was your first experience, or
man,
that kind of lets you know that he didn't really believe it when he said he never experienced racism.
Yeah, he's just saying shit to
me. Yeah, you understand what's going on in the world.
He's just trying to appease.
I believe that you are like glaringly.
I just
hold on. I missed this because I was reading this chatter right here. I actually fuck with How You Pod because I grew up in LA and never banged. They like to discount people like us. We also didn't dip and dodge through the streets. Facts. And that's what I feel like I'm there to represent. And I feel like I do a pretty good job of representing that. And I stay on my square. I never let the gangsters move me on my square and make me say some fake tough shit that I don't believe. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. It might be people watching me that are the same age as me and believe the things that I believe, or there might be a younger audience member that is maybe feeling some kind of pressures from the street and don't know if they want to go their own way and do their own thing and not feel like they have to, you know, engage in that kind of culture to feel relevant or feel cool or feel valued in their environment. You know, I always tell people, younger black people, when I talk about them, like, your right now is not your forever. Like, bro, have aspirations to leave your neighborhood, go to college, see things that you haven't seen, be around people that you've never had to interface with. You're gonna grow so much through that. You're gonna grow leaps and bounds that you've like never imagined. So many people, and I was one of them that was like, I don't want to leave my neighborhood. I don't want to feel like a fish out of water. But when I did that and I started seeing how people perceive me out in the real world and they started telling me about myself and how they take me in, I was like, I'm an all right guy. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of this life stuff figured out. And I don't gotta be as anxious or nervous to interact with people that I don't know and shit. Cause I just, you feel me? I'm like, hey, you cool to me, I'm cool to you. I'm a simple fish. I'm pretty fucking simple. I'm not gonna lie. And there's nothing wrong
That
with
you had
that.
not experienced. So that was
Yeah.
your first experience of
I just, man,
That kind of lets you know that he didn't really believe it when he said he never experienced racism.
yeah, he's just saying shit to
Yeah,
make
you
people happy.
understand what's going on in the
He's
world.
just trying to appease.
I
Like, I believe that you are like glaringly like unlikely to perceive something. Like, you might just not know. Like, maybe there's just been racism and you didn't like pick up on it. I generally think that like people kind of like find.
Also, I love this. Bro, you're a rich boy. Chill. I love that narrative. You guys don't understand, bro. That gives me a slight chub. Gives me a slight chub when y'all are really just thinking like I'm rich as fuck. Like I'm just breaded up. Parents breaded up. Never seen a hard day. It goes back to what I was saying. Hey, I'm glad y'all don't know about my struggles. Hey, I'm a LA nigga through and through. I'm just supposed to make it look good. Hey, I'm just supposed to make it look good. That's all. You know, I'm sedity as fuck, boy. I don't want you to see me with the holes in my shoes and all that. You feel me? I come through and you said, oh man, this old rich ass nigga, silver spoon in his mouth, old ass nigga. I love it. I love it.
A lot of racism in things that I don't think are racist at all. Like, for instance, me and Wack having a conversation every single week in which he'll say, well, you're just a white boy. You know, like that shit. Like I think
That's fire.
there's all kinds of shit that people talk about on social media that they turn into a race thing that like really doesn't need to be a race thing. But like for you to say that you've never experienced any racism is just like, you must just like really not be paying attention.
Well, I just think that I take it by case basis. Like, I never dealt with asshole cops. I never, like, at least knowingly didn't get an opportunity because of my race. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I understand it does exist. It's just my personal vantage point. I haven't experienced it like that. And so then when it just came down to it and I just thought of everything and I was just like, all right, like, you know, I'd be a hypocrite. The same way that I said about the wax shot. I said, you can't tell another man how to deal with disrespect.
But then why do you throw it in the mix as soon as I'm saying Kyle's fired, that all of a sudden it's hard for a black man to get a job in America?
Because I don't want to be a reason a nigga get fired.
But you are.
You should be.
The only thing
You should
that
want
can
to be
change-
all day.
The only thing you can change about that is how you behave.
Right.
Not on what this dude does. Like, it's based on what you did and how
Right.
you behave and how you act. Your lack of action is don't blame it on nothing else besides your lack of action.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Like, I'd be looking like
Wait. I'm not gonna lie, I disagree with this a little bit. He's not the reason why Kyle's getting fired. Kyle is the reason why he's getting fired. His lack of action or what, I mean, maybe if he got up and he kind of dodged a little bit, wrestled with Kyle or whatever, but I don't think there was any way to de-escalate what was going to go. If anything, Kyle was probably going to take it even further. Doughboy's not the reason why Kyle is getting fired. Kyle's actions are the reason why he got dismissed from No Jumper. If Kyle would have threw the cake, popped the balloon, threw the napkins on him, left it right there, he'd still be potting at No Jumper. But he threw a fucking table. And now he got dismissed because you can't throw tables at people's heads. It's pretty simple. You cannot throw tables at people's heads. Even, hey, I'm not even going to bring up the weed ashtray. He could have threw the weed ashtray. The Berganza bros said, we ain't tripping about that. We was tripping in a moment. That was just a drink. Yeah, I ain't give a damn about all that. They kept it G. Shout out Steven. Shout out Nathan. They kept it G. But the throwing the table got Brody dismissed. It is what it is. It is what it is. Come on, y'all. What are we talking about here? Huh?
like, okay, Adam, Doughboy, there's a lot of shit going in there. Like, Adam, why is Doughboy still here?
Ooh.
Yeah, let's get to your like
Let's get
critiques
to
of Doughboy, because people have said you've gone overboard, that you're kind of getting
I don't
into.
think I've gone far enough.
Call me, I was the worst podcaster in NJ history.
They're pretty much saying that like
Call me a pussy,
the 22
a
starting
bitch.
the 22 are starting to borderline on Kyle territory, where it's like Doughboy is the easiest target, and it seems like you are dogpiling quite a bit on him.
Okay, this is my problem, and is that I feel like I recognize within myself that a lot of things in my life would probably have had better outcomes if I had just been nicer. That is something that I need to work on as a person, is to just give a little bit more positivity. I feel like I kind of just grew up like that in a way where like a lot of the guys that I hung out with when I was young just were the biggest fucking assholes ever. And even when I look at my dad's a huge fucking prick.
Is that like an East Coast thing? Sometimes they say it's like very the bluntness of an East Coast guy.
I think so, but I also think it would be a total cop out if I were to like chalk it all up to that. You know, like I could see a lot of like factors in my upbringing and stuff that influence it, but ultimately it falls on me, right? But but I don't feel like I know how to communicate with Doughboy without constantly like pointing these things out or like having to try to push him in a better direction. Cause it's just like look at Rios is a very measured podcaster. Rios is like really resistant to say something negative to one of the other hosts or like to shit on somebody or do anything.
Tricked into doing something.
Yeah, like I think we could all agree on that Rios's disposition on this podcast is pretty like measured, you know, and he's not trying to be an asshole for content or anything like that. But you heard the way he was talking to him earlier. Like he's just
fed up.
Fed up in much of the same way that I feel.
I was gonna say, by the way, we all feel that way. By the way, we all feel that way. We just don't own the platform. That's what it is. We don't own the platform. It's Adam's shtick, but we all feel this way. If you ever see me potting with Doughboy and I hit one of these, or one of these, that's me not serving them. That's me not serving them. I didn't need to rest my eyes. I didn't need it. Or if you ever hear me. That was the breather. That was him being spared. You know what I'm saying? That was Buddy being spared because boy, oh boy, he makes it hard. Allie gets it. I'm walking in. Come on. I'm walking in.
Where it's like, I do feel like I'm friends with Doughboy, but he's like the kind of friend where I'm like constantly feeling like I need to like help him to understand the error of his ways. But then also it's like a podcast. So it's like, I can't really like be that measured, you know, like I kind of have to just like let it fly at a certain point. But I almost like don't like the fact that like you need that so bad that it's like kind of always like forcing me into a position where I feel like I have to be shitting on someone because you just like need it so bad. But it's kind of obvious to all of us that it's not really doing anything.
But that's my whole point, is kind of just like, it seems like we've hammered away at Doughboy and the nail's just not going in. So like
nothing has changed.
Maybe we need to buy a drill, like change up the method. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell else we could do.
6 months of all of us constantly critiquing his behavior, and obviously it's just like not
he's
good.
still him.
I'm sorry about asking that question.
You good?
Because I thought there was gonna be an equally of like, I see the great podcaster.
He never says anything like that. Fucking hates me.
But I just haven't seen any good podcasting from you.
Get into that, Doughboy.
Okay, so let's talk about. Okay, I think that
let him have it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like not to pile on to just Adam, but like, bro, it's kind of fair. God damn it, I gotta fucking set a timer on this goddamn camera and figure out its settings. My bad, y'all. It's kind of like I had to learn this too, is like pulling up and just because I can't, for some reason, everybody's telling me, die on your hill, Ricky, die on your hill. Oh, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the best debater at no jumper. Anybody challenges one of my takes, I'm gonna flex brain on them. I'm gonna figure out a way to win. And Lush called me out about this as well. He called me out about making bad faith arguments and being smart enough to be able to skew the conversation and narrative in my direction. You know what I'm saying? Through choosing facts or whatever and not representing the whole picture to run my point across, and it was starting to get annoying to Lush. And I appreciate Lush for calling me out on the podcast very publicly in front of everybody and telling me that I need to work on this. He was rude about it in the beginning, but towards the end of the conversation, it tapered off and it was like, bro, I love you. That's why I'm telling you this. I'm not trying to bleed you right now, but I'm fucking getting tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And also too, he was getting whooped out a little bit. He took a couple L's. He wasn't used to that because usually he's the smartest person in the room. You know? And I had to kick back and I had to be like, every time I come in here and solo my coworkers 3v1, You feel me? Like it's a Fortnite lobby. Maybe it feels cool, like as a man, to feel like I won that exchange, but to them, it's kind of fucked up that I put them through this for 30 to 40 minutes at a time, 20 minutes at a time, when a part of the podcast is just getting on and getting along with each other. You know what I'm saying? And not in a way that's not fake, but also like, you know what, maybe I see your perspective, but I don't see it this way. I see it like this. Chat, let me know what y'all think. Da 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 da. You know, we don't have to always be super combative with each other, and we don't always have to be putting each other through the ringer, because you never know what motherfuckers is going through as they pull up to No Jumper, what they had going on that day, what they got going on afterwards, how well did they sleep the night before. You know what I'm saying? We're fucking prime athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like we all need Whoop subscriptions paid for by No Jumper. We need electrolytes in the thing. You know, we're top performing athlete. No, I'm messing around. But real shit though, like it's almost like a courtesy to podcast good, because you don't want to put your coworkers through this ringer of like, I really got to sit here and talk to this guy for 4 fucking hours. God damn it. You know, you got to kind of feel for the
This
other
is
people.
You create an apparatus in which other people are able to shine by
shit.
commentating on you.
I think that you don't see any value in me. I think that when you said the other day that you dread podcasting with me and you prefer Moose and you look forward to that, it's just like, okay, well, he just doesn't see what I got. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need anybody to walk around here and kiss my ass and tell me I'm shit. Like, whatever. I earn my sneakers. But it's just like I'm starting to just be at the point where I'm just like, I genuinely don't think this nigga likes me. And I don't think that he thinks I add value to his platform. And I don't think that he thinks I'm good at what I do. I'm not a nigga that likes to make excuses, but I never even wanted to talk about the mental health shit. I could have kept that in my back pocket the entire time I was here.
Landed on that.
But it came out.
I'm not gonna lie, I mess with the G official, bro. You've been snapping in the chat, so I like this. Doughboy has never been an introspective potter and never will be. Never be an introspective potter, and so it is a square peg trying to fit into a circular hole. So tell me, what you think about what kind of potter he is. Tell me what kind of potter you think he is. Maybe it'll help me understand him a bit better, so I'm not like suffering through shows with him. And we've had better shows as of late. We're getting a rapport, but just give me your analysis of it so I can kind of start to internalize it if it's good. I've watched Doughboy on All Def Digital, and some of his other pods he's tried to start, and they always turn into a therapy session. What had happened was LOL Adam didn't do his homework on this hire. Donnie Blitz, a tweaker like Lush can't give me advice on anything, let alone how I'm on a podcast. Donnie, you don't podcast. You don't podcast, Donnie. You a clipper. You a clipper, Donnie, and you a clipper because I made you one. You're my kid. So don't talk to me about what you do on podcasting, because daddy don't let you podcast. Go and clip this up for me, boy. Thank you, Donnie. That's enough from you for now.
Out. And
I
so
brought it up.
and I had to talk about it. And so I thought I could be honest enough with you, because you had shared your experience with me fucking with the World Butcher and shit. You know how that medicine can have you like lid to the fucking floor. So it's just like, damn, bro, I'm just trying to do my best. I was even like on some fucking, I ain't gonna drink shit because maybe I'm coming off on some drunk shit. I want to come into work. I want to be professional. I got to take these meds. I can't help what the meds do to me. It's going to take some months for them to get me the right medication to get me on. So like, I feel bad when I'm sitting there at a podcast. I'm just sitting there like, but that's what the fucking medicine.
But how am I supposed to like react to that or interpret that other than to say, okay, Doughboy is a fucking horrible podcaster based on that podcast that I just did? Like what you could blame it on the drugs. Okay. Like from my perspective, it's like the fans don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like if you come in and you're terrible on camera, then you got to call a spade, right?
So do you feel like I'm terrible on camera?
I mean, that was an example. And there's been a few other episodes in which you were absolutely horrible. Yeah.
You don't feel like I brought anything positive and good to the platform since I've been here?
I mean, like
no bright spots.
I mean, what would you say the bright spots were?
Just coming in here.
Okay, this is getting brutal. I was about to ask y'all if y'all ready for me to move on to another clip, but this is getting bro. Listen, I usually tap into the Monday show. I'm not a fake one. I know I've been over here saying I support the Monday show. I'm tapping in, but I'm totally out of the loop with this one because Ack was doing Dirk day one breakdown, and I want to get to the Dirk trial, y'all. But I didn't know that they was. I put in the thing that it got spicy because I seen it was like a little clip. But bro, there's so much going on here. His entire resume is him being the butt of the joke. LOL, even on Roast Me, he got roasted for having roast constantly. Okay. Donnie, you don't podcast. Thank you for telling him, Normandy John. Ricky, you only got a couple of people. I don't know what that means. We rocking out 131 strong. So I'm rocking with my couple people. Shout out y'all. Also, Jess West aired out his mental health stuff and he never led with that. But now it's everything. He is a totally different dude from the guy that I saw in the competition. I'm not going to lie. The guy I saw in the competition looked a little rough and rugged, like he was with it. He gave me like 40-year-old DJ vibes. You know what I'm saying? That like that, like he might sell a little, you know what I'm saying, on the side. That's how I kind of felt about Doughboy when I was seeing him. Like he might still be in the streets for real, just hustling, you know? Now that's not what I see. Anyway, let's keep going. This is brutal.
Here every day, being professional, getting some laughs here, being able to be the heel of the joke sometimes, not always making it about me, like being able to take the criticism and being like, okay, I'm going to work on that.
Look at Rios. Look at Rios right here. Rios is fighting back something. I wish I knew what he was thinking right here. I wish I knew what he was thinking. It's crazy. It's crazy.
The glaze and shit, I feel like I just be being nice. I'm being a positive person, but I understand it in a podcasting situation. Like maybe it just comes off as a little bit too much and too much people pleasing. All right, Doughboy, chill out on that shit. But do I have something? Like I had built something before I got it. I can't start to believe that I'm just trash as fuck. But like your breakdown, I mean, I'm just like, yeah.
But
I don't
for
think
the record, though, my breakdown really doesn't veer far from the opinion of like everybody else here and the chat.
But
it's a little harsher for sure.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
It's a lot harsher.
I'm kind of like
I think
responsible for the content.
I think it's a little less filtered, is what it is. It's
Yeah,
not
for
that
sure.
It's harsher. It's less filtered. He's saying the same thing that that people are
The
saying.
general public.
I don't really be paying attention that much, but this is something that I'm paying attention to because I do care. I want the best for you, but I'm making this conversation happen because you need to realize some shit. You need to wake up. You keep asking him what he sees in you when it's really, what do you see in yourself? Do you see that you bring value? If you can't see that you bring value to the table, then you don't bring value.
And that's where
But he just listed a bunch of things.
And
I
that's
feel
like
like it's pretty fair.
Okay, but his list of like what he brought to the table
That
was
was
like
nothing.
I come, I'm professional, I show up on time, I try not to make it about myself. Okay. Like it just
Listen, I try not to bleed him. I don't make it about myself, though. What we doing here, though? And the whole I show up, I'm being professional. Hall monitor ass nigga. Hall monitor ass nigga. We been telling them, me, Munchie, Lush, everybody. That ain't gonna get you nowhere here, bruh. And shout out, that is some value that Doe has brought up to the table. We all make it a effort to really be on time and stuff like that. We correct it in that way. I think Doe's best performance was on the 24-hour stream. I think he demonstrated a lot of value. He was funny. He was entertaining. He had great questions. You know, sometimes I get nervous when Doe start micing, and if you watch the 24-hour stream, I had to interrupt him a few times. Like, man, save that weak ass question, Doe. Save that weak. Let me help you get to this poon yeka right quick, Doe. What's your best skill, Shorty? You be busting it open on camp. What's your best talent? You be sucking it good. You ride it good. What's the deal? We need to know. We need to know. The chat needs to know. I did that for y'all, chat. I knew what you was at home. Ricky, ask her. Ask her. Is she a throat goat? Is she the best rider in the game? Is that a BBL? Ask her, Rick. Keep it 1,000 for us, Rick. I got you. I got you. I would never let y'all down, chat. She was a freakazoid. I had to pull it up out her. Because, you know, Doe be asking some bullshit sometimes, but Doe was on it. He was on it for sure. But Doe, this podcast arena that we in is full of gangsters and strippers. You talking about, you telling a stripper get to work on time. You know she a single mom. She had to drop off the kid. You know the person she be leaving the kid with be funking with her and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, her boyfriend pimp off the damn drugs and all this shit. He done beat on her a little bit, and he late to his engagement because he's an addict, really strung out, trying to act too tough. That's the environment that we in, bro. And you gotta realize that. You gotta realize it, though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. Look at Moose. Look at Moose. He just knows Adam's about to serve him. He just knows Adam's about to serve him.
It's like you're like, I get some laughs. I try to take these too serious. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, if I were to ask Moose that question, I feel like Moose would say, I did this crazy ass episode with Whack, or I had like some other like actual moments in which like he kind of did battle with somebody or created like a great argument or a piece of content like that. You know, like I feel like that's like more of a realistic question in the fact or answer in the fact that like you don't really have anything that comes to mind. It kind of because like, I mean, if you think about the Monday show, the whole idea was like, okay, we're going to talk more about the outside world, things that are not really like that rap related. But then I feel like when we talk about a topic, you never have any good input ever.
I disagree. Wow. I disagree.
And the episodes in which you were totally drugged out of your fucking mind, yeah, those are the extreme examples. But generally speaking, I just have like yet to hear you like really have like a take on anything that I even thought like was interesting, really.
I mean, and that's the uphill battle that I'm fighting, that the man that makes the decisions in this building doesn't see it. And I'm trying my hardest to make you see it.
Again, I don't think my opinion differs from the chat or the other hosts.
I think that the chat was starting to turn the tide over the summer. Like I came in hot. It was a bunch of fuck Doughboy, get him out here, fire him. Then it started to change. Like,
I think you're mistaking like complacency for like acceptance. Like I think that like the fans and a lot of the hosts kind of got sick of like constantly fucking trying to hit you with some reality, and that fans aren't going to just keep commenting the same thing over and over and over. They're just kind of lose interest, you know. And I just think that it's like we can't just like accept that. Like something has to change. Like I know Rios is kind of like suggesting, or like it's kind of being aired out. Like, should Doughboy even be on this podcast? And I mean, I don't know. It's like, yeah, definitely. Like shit does have to change.
Okay. I mean, and that's how I always lead forward with it, is just to keep trying to get better at what I do. And why I brought up the whole thing about me not making it about myself, because when I first got here, that was one of the critiques on me, was that, yo, Doughboy's cool, but he tends to make things all about himself. I try not to do that. I don't want to come in here and have a vomit session about how I need to get better and how I ain't shit. Like what we talk about in the group chat is what we talk about. Maybe I could be a little less winded. That's just a part of my personality. So all I can do is just keep coming up, showing up every day, and keep trying to show how dope I am. And then however it lands is how it's going to land. You might make a decision one day and be like, Doughboy, square peg, round hole. It's not working. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be one of these niggas that leave and fuck at him. Nah, I'm not going to cover
You're
up
going
the
back on Fig.
Nah, I'm not for that.
Be an ace boy, Doughboy.
Ace
boy,
go. Everybody is on the chopping block. Everybody's on the chopping block.
Sure.
Like Moose can do something that makes Adam. This is at the end of the day, this is his motherfucking shit.
Yeah. I was just pissing him off earlier.
But guess what? Still at the end of the day, I don't really too much give a fuck about his opinion of me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though this is his shit, because I know who I am outside of here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I it's my opinion and how I move about myself. You just have to get back
the swag,
found it in yourself.
Yeah,
like
that's what I learned
Adam
from.
Is good. He's got this platform, yes, but that's the most important thing is what you think about yourself and what your standard is for you. I believe in you. I think you can pod and do stuff. I'm just want this conversation to happen so you can fight for yourself.
Yeah,
and stand up for yourself and be like, you know what? Fuck all this shit. Fuck it. Okay, it's on.
Yeah,
and then just go. Like let's.
Rios is giving him like the best game that like anybody could give him for show, because it's so clear that Doe cares way too much about what Adam thinks about him. And I think Adam is looking for these controversial, combative moments with his co-host, because this makes for good podcasting. I'm going to challenge you. What is your response? You know, how are you going to deal with this pressure cooker situation? It gets the fans anticipating your response. You know, it makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. It's entertainment. It's great. And Doe doesn't like believe in it himself. He believes in the belief that Adam bestows upon him, which he's bestowed zero belief in him. So I don't know why he's still looking at Adam as a source of encouragement or whatever it may be. You know, like you got to be yourself. You got to bring yeah, you just got to bring yourself to the table. You know, one of the first things that they gave me like feedback from the Tuesday show was you did good. You picked your pockets and stuff. It seems like you weren't too intimidated to conversate with Adam. They said like a lot of people freeze up like when they get around Adam and stuff like that because he's a celebrity, whatever, you've been watching him for a long time. But I feel like me and Moose have, you know, in Rios, everybody has, been real super comfortable around Adam, and I think he appreciates that. To keep it 1,000, like he appreciates that we don't treat him like a uber mega celebrity. You know what I'm saying? And we're measured with him. We'll give him some pushback. We'll provide good conversation. You know.
Let's go.
Yeah, it would be different like if it was like me acting this way because I've never been on a big podcast before. You know what I'm saying? This
Right.
is like my start. But like I went and watched those Righteous and Ratchet episodes because they did get 250,000 views. You know what I'm saying? So at one point, you were a cohesive, competent podcaster with
You
that
thought
cast.
that was a lot better? I haven't seen it.
It was a lot better. He kind of played the same role, but they kind of had a lot more grace for him, I would say, and kind of like it looped him in pretty good. So I would watch those trying to figure out how can we. Somebody made use of Doughboy at one point. When him and Teddy Ray linked up, they did millions and millions of views. Every video was at least 1 million views. So I'm trying to like hone in and be like, there's something here. If it was me, you could say, well, Moose has never been popping before. Doughboy has been popping in this exact space. It's like, how can we utilize them? It's like a player that's super athletic, but they don't got all the little ins and outs. And you're just like, well, we just got to plug them in the right place. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's the Ben Simmons syndrome, man. And it's just
Happy birthday, little Woofy Woof, 94. Happy birthday, man. If you was really born in 94, I'm born in 94 too, brother. Happy birthday, dog.
it's like taking a 5-year, 6-year sabbatical, you know what I'm saying? Losing somebody in my life and just losing a lot of love for you, lose your confidence. And that's just what I'm fighting for against her. And just to come back from a 5-year sabbatical to an environment like this that is so aggressive, that is so serious, that is so the chopping block is really real, you can start to lose confidence in your fastball. And that's just all I got to do.
Are we serious? I don't know. Is this a serious podcast? I feel like we're pretty goofy, pretty funny.
I think what he's saying, it's intense. The energy is you better perform or you're up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like show up to ball.
And then come in here and then it's just finding the confidence back. But one thing that I know of, here or not, I know I'm dope. I know for a fact, and I know I'm the shit. I know I didn't get here. Didn't nobody help me. I'm from Sacramento. I didn't have no plug. I didn't have nobody. I did the shit that I had to do. Just like I came in here and I earned my spot in the audition, I did the same thing for Wild 'N Out. Like I got a 20-year career, so I know I'm the nigga.
But you need to act like that all the time.
Right.
Don't
So
just go on this rant and then like revert back to old dope.
To the
Like,
soft shit, yeah.
that needs to be your mindset when you enter every single conversation that you speak on this mic. Is like, I've done shit. I'm more accomplished than most of you motherfuckers on here.
But also, like,
and
you
talk like that.
But also, you like don't have to say that.
You don't have to say
like,
that.
Like,
yeah, I'm saying act like that.
Yeah, like it's like. I mean, I think everybody thinks it's a little cringe when Wack has to go into a rant about like being in prison like 30 years ago. Like if I was like, man, I was in the streets grinding handrails for 20 years. At some point, the fans are going to be like, bro, like probably the first time I say it, they're going to be like, Adam, we don't give a fuck. What did you do for us today?
Yeah.
Do you have something funny to talk about today? The same way that, if Moose was like, man, I used to have them Zans. I was at CVS. I had the Zanies. I had the Perkies. Like, we don't care. That's what you were doing back in the day. This is like, it's just like,
what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, you really don't need to like, because you say the stuff about like being on fucking Wild 'N Out and all that like kind of a lot.
I'm just saying act like that more than saying it. You know what I'm saying? Act as if you like, it's kind of like the act like you've been here before. You've been on a successful podcast before. Stop acting like, Adam, what do I need to do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you've done it before. Like, what the fuck? Why are you sucking and groveling to Adam when he's saying you pathetic sack of shit every podcast? It's like, just be you, bro. That's what he picked you in the contest. And that's why I picked you in the contest, is because you were just being you. Like, it doesn't seem like you were acting like somebody else.
Do you think it would be weird to go back and watch the contest because like the Doughboy parts, because it did feel like it was going to be something completely different.
So different.
I don't know what the fuck. Like you are like that girl who acts like she's a straight freak until she gets into a relationship, and then she's like, I don't like giving head.
Dead fish. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I want to bring the bright moments. Like, one thing that I felt got overshadowed was like on the 24-hour stream, man, I got a dick rating from an OF chick
And to the people in the chat saying, if Doughboy wasn't here, I'd be the weakest link. I think that's exactly why Adam refers to his better judgment about me than listening to the detractors because I don't think you guys can see clearly what's going on. I'm just I'm just saying. I'm just saying if you're wondering why, if you think that I look better because Doughboy is around and it wasn't the year of development and investment that they put into me, I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you. And Moose is right. I feel the same way that Moose feels. We've never been in this situation before. We're hitting the ground running. I would literally I will sacrifice a payday for a fan to come in who has the biggest criticisms of me, just sit in my spot and conduct a conversation. Just do what I do. I'm not saying I'm the best at it. I'm not saying I'm the best at it, but I just would love to see it. I would love to see it. Um, Adam let bigger, more famous people use him for the butt of the joke, but now he acts like he doesn't understand that role. I don't think that's what Adam's getting at. I don't think that's what Adam's getting at. I think he sees the value in being able to laugh things off, or else you can't really survive in this space. It's a really intense space with people of the streets. Fights can pop off at any time. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. So I don't think that that's what Adam's saying. I think you're kind of missing his message a little bit.
Got a great response. I was just like, these are the moments I want to be known for. I'm gonna break into the OF industry whether you want me to or not. I made sure everybody was like, yo, you know, say something. When she seen it, I was just like, yeah.
I would like to get a board of like a panel of therapists in here so they could like contrast and compare the Lush and Doughboy mental illnesses.
Facts. You'll be your shark. Get on your Sharky shit
because they're so similar, but they're so different.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. The Venn diagram crosses over, but they're definitely two different bubbles.
Lush. I mean, I think we all know that Lush goes through it behind the scenes, and that Lush probably has like some serious fucking mental illness and some serious like moments of self-doubt and stuff. But at the same time, Lush comes on the podcast and really does kind of act like he believes he's the shit, to the point where it's almost like, okay, this is outrageous. Like, much of what you're saying is really exaggerated, but okay, sure.
Doughboy needs to lush it up.
Doughboy has none of that really. Like, but he'll still drop the, you know, I was on Wild 'N Out or whatever, but you know.
I got it tattooed in my flesh, man. I'm really, really proud of it just because, you know what I'm saying, that was a dream that I had. I used to watch that show. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this shit, much akin to what I did here. And I know you might not see it now, but you'll see it one day. But Adam, I got to take you to task on this, man.
Okay, finally. This is the part that I
calling me a bitch. Stop calling me a pussy.
What I mean, you could tell me to say it in a different way, but the way you behaved with Kyle this weekend was some of the most bitch-made shit I've ever seen. And I say that as a guy who did a boxing match where I didn't throw a single punch. Yeah. I mean, it was just, I mean, how could you take issue with me calling you a bitch when you know you acted like a bitch?
Hold on. How can you take issue with him calling you a bitch?
And not a nigga throwing a table at me?
No. Hey, this is, take it easy. This dude's wife has fucked another man on shit, had another man's put his dick on his knee. And like, and I'm not trying to
big old dick,
big old dick, like, and you really take it to task what he fucking thinks. You got an issue. This dude is not the one to grade you, dog.
But I am like realistically, like as the guy who like employs people here, it's like my opinion of him obviously matters quite a bit.
On podcasting, yes.
But even if I wasn't employing him, what we know of Doughboy is that he would really, really care about what I thought, regardless. Because like any guy who's in a position of power, he seems like he's kind of.
And it doesn't matter age. And age doesn't matter. That's the other thing is that you're younger than Doughboy.
Yeah.
How do you look? To,
Yo, this is crazy though. This is crazy though. And I guess to the person that just said, you know, Adam being the butt of the joke, whatever, he allowed himself to be the butt of the joke there. He made fun of the situation. But like, I get what Rios is saying though. Rios is saying straight up, like, and it doesn't just go for Adam. It doesn't just go for Rios. Any guy, you shouldn't let any other guy fucking like grade you and control your self-worth. Even to a point, it gets to a point where you can't even let your dad do that anymore. You got to grow up out of that. You're not a little boy anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Doughboy does have this thing for like people in power. I don't know what it is, bro. Maybe they'll talk about it in this episode.
Say yeah. That's not a yeah moment for
I'm
you.
about to get up and leave, dude. Like, I'm really about to get up and leave.
Don't get up and leave.
That's not what, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong?
You're young.
I'm fucking done.
I'm 5 years older than you.
Like, you're looking for validation from a father figure from a man that's like 10 years younger than
And that's why I went into that rant, into that shit. I'm like,
Imagine he was 52. Oh, he's so good.
He's so fire.
Like,
Doughboy's trying to make some big changes in the end game, though. Like, a lot of people would just kind of figure out, like, ah, man, I'm 47 and I just am what I am. He's trying to, like, really change on the dime.
I'm trying to run that shit up, man. I'm trying to be the nigga that I know I'm supposed to be.
oh my God, dude. Like,
Trying to be that nigga, man. So fuck what
Hey.
niggas is talking about. I'm here until I'm not.
there it is.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going
Let's
to run it
go.
all the way up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had a great fucking weekend. Like, the shit was lit. I had a great fucking time. Even through all the shit that happened, I had a great birthday. Thank you for Adam for
Yeah.
even setting that shit up. It was a good time. All right, there's some things that we can correct, but we still moving forward. We still here. You know what I'm saying? I got a positive dick rate, and can't nobody knock me off my square.
And you spearheaded the 24-hour movement, and
Yeah.
they still rank the first one, from what I've seen on the Reddit,
Classic.
as number one,
Mhm.
the number one 24-hour stream in the history of No Jumper. So you got to hold the title, man,
Yeah.
and move with that.
And start
Exactly.
from this day forward, 1 day birthday.
One day, not the
Like,
whole
just
month.
1 day birthday.
And
man.
don't say the word birthday so much.
Yeah, I did.
Maybe
say
just
that.
limit it to
Yeah.
Like,
It's
10.
my birthday. It's my birthday.
I was holding the cake.
Yeah,
it's my birthday. Hi, it's my birthday.
Go back and watch the clip. But it's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Doughboy. He smears the icing off of his forehead.
Yo, you got to give it to the Kyle that he was like dancing around. He was doing like a little,
Yeah.
like a kata.
I'm going
When
to put
you're-
it down. Oh, no, pick it back up.
You remember karate?
Yeah. For sure.
He's doing all this with the cake, and then finally, bah!
Spikes it into your
Hey.
face. He was trying to spike that motherfucker. He
Start
just
having
missed.
fun, dude.
Yeah,
Start
I was
having
gonna
fun.
have fun, man.
Start having fun.
Yeah, man.
Like these dudes are easy to pod with. You know
They
what I mean?
are.
Like, they're fucking very
It's
easy
crazy
pod
to
with.
think like someone like Rios comes on the podcast. It's like, how much time have we spent like grading Rios's podcasting? And I feel like he's somebody that's like pretty well liked already. Realistically, like I would be surprised if we talked about Rios as a podcaster for more than like 5 minutes.
Yeah, his inflection does change when he's trying to pop it, but I feel like that happens for everybody. I think that's just normal speaking shit. But like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to keep going into this clip. I think we've kind of like spent a long time here. But yo, shout out these guys. This is a great moment. This is a great full circle moment. I loved Rios leaning over, being like, hey man, just have fun, brother. Hey, just go out there, express yourself. Hey, just have fun, dog. Like, yo, that's dope. This is a great ending to the shit on Doughboy segment. And I guess this is some of the value that Doughboy brings, is that he brings these moments where, you know, maybe he's the low man, but this is a good, authentic, like podcasting moment right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of stuff that bonds a team, and that's dope. Like, this is a good full circle moment. I'm gonna let him go a little bit longer, see if we get anything else out of this. But that's fire, man. That's fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Doughboy has 40 hours of podcast crit.
Every Monday show,
Critique.
pretty
Yeah.
much. Every Monday show.
It's crazy. Like, it's really like
You got
he
this.
sucks up the air in the room.
You got this.
Now,
dude.
you feel this way about Doughboy. Do you think that takes any effect on your potting on Mondays? Because you're shooting the shot at Moose. I'll take the L for the topics last week. They were lacking. I'll take that L. But
All right.
will you, Mr. Lack of Accountability, take accountability that
Fuck.
you might come in with a little bit
Hold
of
on.
a nasty attitude because you're dreading potting with Doughboy?
No, yeah, for sure. That's the thing. And that's what I'm talking about, is that I feel like I'm trying to be nicer and like more friendly and shit off camera and on camera. And then I'm like with Doughboy, and it's just like, it's tough to like summon that, because he just, it's like hard to like talk. Like, as you can tell, we're like 46 minutes in, and it's like, it's hard to talk about anything else when he's just like blowing it to the point where it just feels like, holy shit, we got to talk about this.
But is he blowing it because he's goofy and getting marked out on camera? But the 24-hour stream as a whole was seen, even though Josh had issues with it, the fans seemed like they were very entertained. It was
Okay.
a little unky at certain times.
Let's
I'll give it
compare
that.
him to Lush.
Yeah.
Like, Lush is a strong podcaster, regardless of the fact that Lush has been hoed out, marked out, shit on, cheated on, he's probably like inadvertently tasted.
Hey, great call, Spaz. Great call. Let's move on from this, man. We got everything that we could get out of it. We milked that cow dry. I appreciate y'all rocking with me through that long topic. I can't lie though, it was very, very interesting. Let's get into some of this Traplore Ross drama, man. Let's get into some of this Traplore Ross drama. Trap had the streets absolutely peeved yesterday, absolutely pissed off at him yesterday for this tweet. Let's get into some of this trap lore drama. Chat, do we start with the original tweet? Do we start with the original tweet? I'm sure you guys are adept to it. Let's go Mo. Let's go lawyer for workers because I think that he broke it down pretty good. Yeah. Let's go 6ix9ine. Let's go 6ix9ine. Let's go 6ix9ine. Why not? 6'7", as the kids say. 6'7".
I cannot believe what Lil Durk's defense is. We have just heard his defense make their opening statements, and I'm not going to lie, I'm absolutely floored. You know what they're trying to do? They're blaming it all on Vonnie. Now, I don't know if people are going to go as far as to say that he telling on Vonnie, but he basically is blaming everything on Vonnie. They're basically making this whole case. They showed the entire opening statement, right? Bear in mind that the prosecution, they showed various pictures, videos, still images of multiple attempts on Quando's life, the actual murder of Lil Pab, the footage of that, footage from Durk's music videos, footage from apparently still images of them when they tried to kill Quando in Waycross, Georgia. It was a whole presentation. When the defense were up there, they basically showed only a couple pictures, and the one picture they showed the whole time was just a picture of Vonnie with King Von. They said it's all Vonnie. Vonnie was King Von's cousin. They said his nickname was Cuz because he was King Von's cousin. His whole identity was based around the fact that he was King Von's cousin, and he was the only one pushing the slide for Von. They're all literally directly pointing the finger at Vonnie, saying, I cannot believe what Lil.
All right, man. So 6ix9ine is full of shit. So Dirk snitching on Vonnie, and don't blame his lawyers. Dirk paid for them to defend him and knows what they're going to say. They probably talked about what's the defense strategy. Let's put it all on Vonnie. Snitch on me, I'll snitch on you. So snitch plus snitch equals it's okay. This is a load of bullshit. I think Traplore Ross jumped out of the window with his response to what he saw in the trial. And I want to go to the phrasing, to the tweets. I want to go to the tweet that was originally being criticized.
So this headline and this tweet from Ross, I got to talk to Ross. This is not a story. Dirk did not just blame.
So Ross tweeted, Dirk just blamed everything on Vonnie. WTF, explosion brain. This is a chat GPT ass title. And I know all of us in this content game. What's good, Quick? What's the deal, brother? We are using chat GPT to come up with our titles. Some people are using it to come up with their tweets. Sneeko got caught recently doing it. I don't think Ross did this, but I think if you spent enough time on chat GPT using it for your content, you kind of get chat GPT brain. And that was the very first takeaway that I had from this. And also, too, it's a good nail biter. I think Ross understands that this isn't snitching. He understands that the only way that Dirk could really use Vonnie's testimony that Vonnie's leveraging against Dirk is because it's filed in federal paperwork. Vonnie has already admitted to certain levels of guilt. So this is no longer snitching because Dirk is not bringing new evidence to the light. He's saying, hey, remember that guy that y'all got to flip on me? Didn't he give you all these statements that you wrote down saying that he did this? He picked up the gloves, he picked up the mask, he picked up the strikers, he picked up the guns, he picked up the guys, and they went to go kill somebody. And then at the very end of it, and yes, this is a little bit of a, you feel me? This last sentence is a little bit of something I heard last night. He says, hey, and Dirk paid us to do it. That's basically how his statement goes. He does all this stuff on his own, And at the very end, he says, yeah, but Dirk paid me to do it. So Dirk's defense is, nah, he didn't get paid to do that. He did it all on his own. He's avenging his cousin. He's King Von's cousin. They even damn near share a name, Vonnie, K Von. I forgot King Von's real name. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely not snitching if it's already in federal paperwork and you're using it against the person that's trying to use it against you. Now 6ix9ine tried to get an easy layup, and I think that most criticism of Ross is a little bit right here. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit right, but I think Ross was doing uh I think Ross was doing a little bit of a build interest build interest on this. Let me say this a certain way so people start to tune into my coverage, because it's getting competitive down there. You got Ross, you got Seti Nash, you got Armand, you got a lot of people up there where a lot of people want to know what they got to say. Right, quick little tap in with the chat. Quick, let me know, man, if you want to be modded up, brother. I got you. Let me know. But I definitely would like to make you a mod. Rod and Roll, you are up for consideration as well. I like how you be stirring the pot in the chat. So let me know what it is. Let me know what it is. We'll figure it out, brother. We'll figure it out.
Everything on Vonnie, what the fuck? Vonnie got picked up by cops, admitted to everything, admitted to getting the cars, arranging the flights, admitted to getting the guns, buying the ski masks, admitted to getting Sprinter vans and taking everybody around. And then he said, I did all of it while facing life in prison. I did all of it because Dirk Banks paid me to do it. And now Dirk Banks is in court saying, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And to put out a headline that says, oh, Dirk just blamed everything on Vonnie, what the fuck? No. Putting that out, what the fuck? So this headline and this tweet from Ross, I got to talk.
You got to be careful, man. These guys' reputation means everything to them. And I'm not going to lie. When he put that statement out, I was live on No Jumper. I was live on No Jumper, and I read it in my head. I registered it as Dirk flipped on Didi. And for a second there, my heart broke. It broke. Because I said, damn, Dirk, you turning on your day one mans. And I know what y'all going to say. Ricky, you're not in the streets. You're not supposed to care about who's snitching, whatever. It's your right as a civilian to snitch. But I reserve the right to criticize these street niggas, boy. Because if you was outside spanking shit, getting up on niggas, busting guns, all that just to hang out, to get an OTF chain and be considered a cool guy and get some poon yucca, and then you go down and you flip on the guys, I'ma judge you. I'ma judge you. Because you should have took your square ass home. They said they was using Vonnie because he has some book smarts about him. Vonnie was around to be the book smarts guy, not a general, not a slider. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't nothing but a do boy. You supposed to know, hey, if I gotta get my square ass up and leave when shit starts to get real, guess what, Vonnie? You do too. If Ricky gotta get his bitch ass up and leave when shit's starting to get too real, then guess what, Vonnie? You need to get your bitch ass up too. We both going home. And since you decided to stay, you was outside with them niggas doing foul, I'ma judge your bitch ass. Oh, I'm gonna judge you. I'm gonna judge you for flipping on the guys. I reserve the right. I reserve the right. Now we're gonna break this down and we're gonna get into why. We're gonna get into why 6ix9ine is full of shit and how much double talking he's gonna be doing during this case. And y'all know I like to keep it fair. I like to keep it 55th Street. I like to keep it fair. Is fair. Is fair. Is fair. Let's go ahead. I think I got academics right here anyway. So let's go ahead and get into this academics video where he's talking to 6ix9ine. And I'm not gonna lie, I said, okay, I might actually want to hear what 6ix9ine has to say in regards to this case, because he has been through the feds. He has been through the feds and he's seeming to be quite knowledgeable about this situation with the paperwork and everything. And this is how you know that he's full of shit, because he knows what's going on. He knows what is going on. But he's still choosing to put out a false narrative on Dirk because that's his enemy. That ain't right. That ain't right. Let's get into this clip. They got me feeling like I'm academics. And what I want you guys to take from this, because I can't say that I agree with Ack making 6ix9ine one of his official correspondents, as he said he's going to do. But what I want you guys to take from this is that 6ix9ine is gonna leverage his information and his intelligence and his experience that he's had with the feds to paint Dirk in one of the most vile lights possible. This is his revenge tour, and we cannot get caught up in this. We need to stay objective. We need to take in the facts on our own and decide what we think on our own. We can't have big media voices manipulating our objectivity. So y'all get into this. I'm gonna go use the bathroom right quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, let's do some call-ins. All right,
here I'm gonna skip to when they actually get on the phone.
I gotta ask your opinion on something.
All right, wait. Can I call you back 2 seconds? Like literally, look. I'm just taking a picture real quick. Look. Ansel, say something.
Oh, and don't worry, we're gonna get to AJ. I haven't watched the video, but I've seen his response. Don't worry, chat. We're gonna get to AJ.
I'm gonna call you back 2 seconds real quick. I'm just taking a picture real quick.
All right. Yo, all right, 6ix9ine, I got you here. This is a very important. You would know the best of this. We don't lie, by the way. So, of course, I want to go to this Dirk trial. I got a last minute warning to say, hey, if you care about Dirk, you should know that there is 6 or 7 exhibits that is using your content that is going to be presented.
I told you that.
They might hit you with a subpoena the first day you show up on some, wait, this nigga's here? Do you think that's possible? I just talked to Wack. Wack is like, nah, even if they did, you hit your lawyer because it's fight it, they're not going to get you on the stand.
All right, so watch this, right? Ready for the expert?
Mm-hmm.
If they do subpoena you, it won't be for this trial, right? And I'm going to tell you why.
What you mean?
I'm going to tell you why. You could go there and not even trip about nothing, because everything that's supposed to be used for this trial was already pre-discussed before the trial started. That's why there's pre-trial hearings where they say, can we use this? Can we use this? Give us the 3500 material. Who's the testifying? They can't add a person who's testifying because the judge has to approve everything so it could be fair. Now Dirk's lawyers can't say, Dirk's lawyers, if they call you up and say, yo, we subpoena you right now, Dirk's lawyers say, wait, you guys didn't say academics was testifying.
Yo.
So we didn't have time to prepare to even question them. It's impossible. That's why there's pre-trial hearings to know everything that could be used and cannot be used.
You're so fucking good at this shit. The nigga said the 3500 material. I Googled it. It says, in federal criminal cases, 3500 material refers to prior recorded statements or reports by government witnesses. Under this, prosecutors are required to turn these over to the defense only after the witness is finished. Yo, nigga, nigga, you know the federal system back in front, huh?
And that's how I know this nigga is cooked.
Yeah, but that's how he also knows. That's how he also knows that Dirk ain't snitching. But he a grimy ass nigga, bruh. He'll do whatever he gotta do to smut out Dirk's name and OTF's name because they never liked the nigga. They seen what he was from the get-go and they was on him. And now this is just his revenge tour. Keep that in mind.
And this another thing, that we didn't speak when we was on stream. This another thing. Remember, we didn't speak on this. Let niggas go up there and try, I seen a lot of comments saying, oh, niggas need to go and YSL Woody that shit. This is not the state. This is not fucking Fulton County, Atlanta. This is United States of America versus blase, blase, blah. You're not going up there doing that YSL Woody shit. The feds do not play that shit. The moment they ask you your name and you say, oh, what's your name? Oh, I don't recall. Get the fuck off the stand. Contempt of court. Get up out of here. Next witness. They do not play that.
Yo, by the way,
they prep you. That's what prepping is. They're not playing that shit.
OTF Jam, who is co-conspirator 2, who is a shooter.
Yeah.
Yo, apparently he took a deal. He hopes to get 20 years, but apparently he's going to be telling on several murders. And that's why when he posted on Instagram, he says, tell me what I'm doing that Sammy the Bull didn't do. Sammy the Bull admitted to 19 murders, nigga.
That's cool. But let's not shy away and forget what I just said.
He sound like he's not playing games. He sound like he's for real.
I'm not saying that they are. I'm addressing the comments. Let niggas think they going up there, act like I don't recall. Yo, what do you do for a living? Breathe. The moment you start acting stupid on that shit, you're out of here.
All
This
right,
is the
guys.
feds. It's not Fulton County.
I knew it. I knew there was gonna be an update. We get into that midday trial update. Uh, we got some more Traplore Ross. You know, even though I was a little critical of Trap, like everybody else was yesterday, with the way that he worded that, he's doing some good reporting, and we gotta stay in tune. We gotta stay in tune. Let's get the midday
There's
update.
another update following on from yesterday. I never said that. So look, I want to give you guys another update following on from yesterday. I never said that Lil Durk's a snitch, but what I did say is that he's blaming everything on Vonnie. I'm sticking by that. I know a lot of people are kind of out here basically like doing a little performance, just trying to, you know, come up with the best way that they can ignore the facts and twist the facts to try and defend Durk and, you know, placate the Free Durk crowd. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just here reporting the facts to you. And look, I don't think that Durk's snitching. I don't think Durk's lawyers are snitching. I don't think it qualifies as snitching. I'm not someone who even cares about snitching. But what I do want to say that was crazy that nobody else is talking about was that when Dee Dee's lawyer had his opportunity to speak in the opening statement, and it was said that basically, you know, anything that the other lawyers say, unless people opt out of it, unless Brian Steele and Drew Findlay opt out of what Dee Dee or Lindsay's lawyer are saying, they all agree with it. So in the opening statement, Dee Dee's lawyer said that Vonnie was a sophisticated criminal that was part of an international car theft ring, and he had ties to the cartel. Now look, I don't think nothing.
Oh, yo, that's crazy. Yo, that is crazy. Oh, they doing it up on Vonnie.
Is snitching. At the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. But they're talking about, hey, Vonnie has got ties to the cartel. Now, I ain't heard about no ties to the cartel until that. They're putting stuff on Vonnie that I hadn't heard before. Now, I would love to know what the evidence is that Vonnie has ties to the cartel. Is that something that Vonnie said? Is that something that Durk and Dee Dee's lawyers dug up? I didn't hear any protest from, you know, any of Durk's main lawyers that they didn't want to be part of this information being included in the opening statement that Vonnie was tapped in with the cartels. So look, I don't know what all of that means, but they are blaming everything on Vonnie. That is an absolute fact. People are just super in their feelings because they're not hearing what they want to hear. But I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. All these other guys, take note, all of these other guys that are just telling you what you want to hear, they're just capping. They're listening to what's going on in the courtroom, and they're thinking, like, how can I twist this to tell people what they want to hear? They're trying to get clicks. They're trying to get views. They're basically trying to twist the facts to just feed people the slop they want to hear. I'm not doing that, all right? I've been here being factual with you guys every day. When I told everyone that Durk took a W when they severed the charges, everyone was gassed. They were overjoyed. They were loving me. Suddenly, Durk fans love me, all right? And now I'm telling you the truth that he's blaming everything on Vonnie, which is exactly what happened. Now you're all mad. Now you're all salty. I'm hearing people saying, oh, you should be banned from the courtroom, all of this nonsense. Well, look, I'm just being honest. You ain't going to find as honest of a take anywhere else as you will on my page. So stay locked in. I'll be back. I'm going to be posting more on X today because it's kind of hard to get in and out of the courtroom. So what I'm probably going to do is just, pop out during the breaks, make quick X posts so I don't have to leave the courthouse. Then in the full-blown lunch breaks, I'll be out doing the long video for my main channel, or my second channel, Traplore Ross, and these little quick updates here. So I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in there. So look,
all right, Ross, stand on that shit. All right, Ross. Yeah, so crazy move by his lawyers saying that he was a part of a cartel or a car stealing racket. Crazy, right? Crazy move. Crazy move by those guys. I can't lie. To do such a thing. How are they going to prove it exactly? Does he have a history of stealing cars? I'm wondering. You guys keep saying RIP Dolly Parton. I haven't seen anything saying that she's passed away. I'm seeing that she's had health complications. You know, Dolly Parton is a legend. I hope she gets better. I hope her health is good. And if she's passed on, RIP Dolly Parton. But I don't know, guys. You guys keep spamming that, and I'm not seeing anything. Put me up on game. Y'all got my IG. Send it to me. Not saying it's super relevant to what we're covering here, but yeah, I'm open. I'm open to whatever. RIP the legend if she is, but I don't think she's passed on. Don't be playing with people's lives in the chat. Anyway. Yeah, man, it seems like they're throwing Vonnie under the bus. I really liked King Yella's conversation about all of this yesterday on Academics, saying throw the goofy under the bus. It's what he deserves. I guess, that's pretty much what they was getting at. I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent. It's a narrative. It's a narrative. We'll tap in with that just for a quick second because boy was they on the phone yapping. And then how about we go?
They got me feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride no
Where he from the rap. So we gonna obviously
R.I.P. Dolly Parton, man. R.I.P. Dolly Parton. Let's get into this conversation a little bit, and then we can go to AJ. Y'all want me to do AJ? I'll let y'all decide right quick. Y'all want me to do AJ from Homeroom, or you guys want a little bit more of the Dirk trial? Because we kind of already hit that topic. We had Traplore Ross in the thumbnail. He was under fire for some of his comments, but I do believe that he's just being a member of the media. He's throwing a little bit of extras on it. He's throwing a little bit of extras on it, but I think he is being honest and he's trying to call it as he sees it. He's trying to be objective. The law is blind. The law is not a little Dirk fan. The law is not a Vonnie fan. It is not a Lil Pab fan. It is not a Quando Rondo fan. The law is the law is the law. You know what I'm saying? But let's get a little bit into this conversation, then we'll pivot over here to AJ. We'll see what type of shit he's chatting.
see have respect, but we've seen that.
What I mean about this act, even if Dirk is not guilty, right? Dirk is gonna be guilty from his lifestyle, his music, the shit that he done did already. He's gonna be guilty because he's a black man from Chicago. I'm gonna tell you what them niggas did. Them grimy ass, backdoor ass Chicago niggas did shit and made Vonnie do shit, and Vonnie did not know what he was doing. Hey, book these flights, or grab this, or go grab this. Vonnie not asking no questions. Like, Vonnie just doing his job as a manager or as a person that I don't think Vonnie really knew what was going on.
Nah,
Vonnie
stop it. You really think that? Stop it.
I don't think Vonnie was really into the street politics. I think that he was
if he was buying masks and gloves, what do you think he thought it was gonna happen? You think he, like they're in California? What do you think it was COVID protection? What do you think he thought it was?
Man, you in California, man. He probably didn't know, man. Dirk just said, man, go grab this, go grab that, man. Some niggas green like that. I got niggas that, hey, man, you a store runner. Hey, go grab this to the store. You think he gonna question what I need it for? That ain't none of his business. Just go get what I asked you to get.
Ain't no way Vonnie's that. No.
Man, how ain't no way Vonnie is that way? He's a nigga that he admitted to it.
He admitted to it because he's cooked. He's caught on video at the in and out. He's caught on.
To the person saying, Ricky, don't know shit about any of this. He's just repeating what he's seen and heard from Traplore Ross. He's in the court, dummy. He's in the court. What do you think Academics is doing? What do you think everybody is doing? Academics is the only person to read the transcript verbatim. If I had the transcript and I could have broken down to y'all and read it before everybody else, I would have too. But sometimes you got to get information secondhand and just give it some commentary. That's what we do. You got to be quicker than that, buddy.
Video getting the stuff. He's pretty much the do boy for Dirk, but it's not that he ain't want, like, why would he get on that plane? Like, to act like he was just a nigga doing his job and then Dirk and them, like, you know what I mean, he got caught up in some shit. He ain't know what he was doing. I think that's crazy. You don't think he knew what he was doing? Nigga, I'm green as fuck, but if a nigga say, go grab some gloves and a mask and then go do this and then book these niggas over here and I know what type of niggas I'm booking.
Well, let's skip all the small talk. All them niggas going to jail. All of them. Let's skip all the small talk. So let's just do that. They all black pointing the finger. Everybody saying this. Everybody telling on Dirk. Everybody. Bonnie's going to jail. Jam's going to jail. Dirk going to jail. Brown Eyes going to jail. Ace Boogie going to jail. Nobody's going to beat this case, gang. Nobody's going to beat this case, gang. It's as simple as that.
Wait.
You can tell.
Smirkio got the best lawyers. He got the best lawyers out here.
Man, I don't give a fuck about no. You got the best lawyers in the world. And them people coming in and say, you the nigga that told the nigga to kill this person. You told the nigga that go buy these gloves and do this and grab that and do this. If you got multiple people telling on you like that, how did you finna come from under that? Tell me. You think? Hey, let's keep it gangster. The nigga Dirk snitch on himself in all his songs. I'll be with the murders, the killer murders. I'll be with all everything.
I ain't gonna lie.
We the one that killed the homie.
Yeah, our house got a fire.
Hey, listen, let's keep it. I'm not, and this is logically speaking because this is the truth. Everything is going to be used against him. His music, his lifestyle, everything that he did, his videos, his friends that passed away, his friends that's still here.
You don't think Scorpio
could
could beat this?
man. Yella's cooking, chat. What y'all think, bro? We're gonna move up off this in a second because he pretty much already said what I was saying, man. They did use Vonnie. He was green. That's the way they painted it. I think he knew a little bit more than what he's letting on. But man, y'all really think Dirk could come from up underneath this, bro? Do y'all really think? Y'all really think that Dirk can that there's an inkling or a chance that he could beat this? Or are y'all saying he's fried, man? Let me know something. We need a poll. Can Dirk beat this?
This shit.
Do I think he can beat it?
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna beat none of this shit, man. If I saw light and if I saw anything that was like, man, it look good, I watch real murder shit, right? Like Snap. I watch all the sick shit, man. I done saw a nigga get convicted and they didn't even have a body. They didn't even have a body.
All right, you know what? To the person that was cooking me about this, you're right. I don't like really reacting to other people's streams and stuff like this. This is not a easy conceit, but hey, at least you responded.
Kyle
and you said
to get into a
something
cake battle
that
for his
makes sense.
channel to see its first 6
That
to
makes sense
10K.
to me. So let's get into AJ. I know y'all want the BS. Y'all like the no jumper stuff. This is a continuing storyline for us. We'll get back into the updates as they come in. Who was that? Who was that in the chat? Shout out what happened to him. Shout you out, brother. Hey, when you make sense, you make sense. Yeah, don't worry about the mod. I mean, don't worry about the poll. Quick. We trust me, there's plenty of stuff for us to talk about when it comes to this Dirk trial. Let's wrap up with this. Oh no, we got Joey still on the docket, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little hungry here, chat. So let's get back into this AJ topic. I know y'all want to get into it. AJ, shout him out, man. He's doing the content, trying to do it up on us, and it's giving us something to react to. I see his views done gone up 1.4 because he was talking all that spicy stuff about views while he ain't getting any. Let's see what AJ talking about.
So I came out with the video where I said all the LA podcasters suck, and I guess people were in their feelings. I don't know why. It's the truth, but whatever. Let's get to it. Moose Knuckle responded, and like Moose is so interesting because before this exchange, Moose didn't have 6,000 views. He never saw 6,000 views. It took Doughboy and Kyle to get into a cake battle for his channel to see its first 6 to 10K plus video. So that says everything that he needs to know.
Shut up, Fat Ricky.
Transcript. Let's go, Moose, man.
Let's look at this hater. We're just gonna react for a quick second. We ain't got to watch a ton of it.
Fat people.
Wait, did he just call him Fat Ricky? Hey, yo, dog. Hey, yo, Moose, what's the deal, brother? Hey, yo, now I can't unsee it. Hey, well, this is an incentive for me to not put on any more pounds because I'm already feeling a little hefty. Yeah, shit, I'm already feeling a little
We're calling
hefty.
each other fat. I just don't think that works. But we'll continue.
Oh God, this makes me never want to talk about podcasting again. The way this dude talks. Look at this little janky ass green chain he got on his neck with these bunk ass glasses on, this tiny ass fucking thermal on, and this bunk ass studio talking all this shit.
Addressing absolutely nothing. I can't believe the nigga had the nerve to say bunk ass studio. Nigga, look at you look like you're in poverty, my nigga. Like, what are we talking about? Look at this room, bro. Bunk ass studio, nigga, you're in poverty. You're in poverty, bro. I'm gonna start being a little bit nicer to you.
Hold on, flag on the play. A flag on the play. We're gonna chat. You know me, I keep it on me, chat. Now, AJ, felt like I was fair the first time around. I did rock out for the squad a little bit. But I think at some point he talked about views, and then I think he kind of took it back or whatever it may be. But you saying that he looks like he's in poverty, but he's getting 6,000 views. He's got 1,000 people in his chat live with no studio lighting, no HD cam, microphone is decent, and he's entertaining the people. So hold on now. I think it's a no nonsense. AJ, you're going into the book. AJ, you're going into the book because it ain't about what you got going on behind you, your setup, the amount of money that you spending, all of that stuff. At the end of the day, you a good podcaster or you not. You're supposed to be a podcasting critiquer. So we're gonna hit you with the yellow card, AJ. We're gonna hit you with the yellow card. Cause you on bunk early.
Because I don't even know what you're talking about at this point. Bunk ass studio, bunk ass like nigga. I think my glasses might be worth more than your entire bedroom. The light. This is poverty lighting. This is a poverty setup. How mean can I be to you? You're a Yuri mod. Do you understand what it takes to be a moderator in anybody's life, in anybody's live streaming chat or career? That means you were there so often. They trusted you to show up at the start and stay to the finish. This nigga was a moderator for Yuri. Yuri? Are we like, come on, bro. Bruh, Yuri streams, my nigga? Are you crazy? You were there from start to finish on a Yuri stream? We're not the same, bruh.
Ain't no. I don't think you can really like use that as a insult against Moose super hard anymore. Like, bro, Moose has one of the dopest stories. I'm sorry, bro. It's not just because he's the homie. He went from being a mod in Yuri's chat to working with Back on Fig, doing their thumbnails, doing their timestamps, to working with other people in the space, a few other people he had mentioned to me in the past. And now he's on No Jumper. This is the ultimate climb from the bottom to the top. Like, that's pretty dope, bro. Like, y'all can't hate on a motherfucker working hard and getting to where he wants to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's akin to Spody saying I was a nobody and, you know, I had to stand outside and go to the No Jumper competition and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I did and I made it. And now you know who I am. And now you have to sit here and talk to me and tell me about myself. I feel like it's the same thing for Moose.
Wait, cuz got 1.39K subscribers. Ain't no way.
With 2 videos.
Ain't no way. I got more subs than him and he rating me this. Ain't no way. He been doing
I cared about one aspect of Pooh's background. And we was roasting each other.
this shit for years.
That page was started in 2026.
He been doing this shit for years. He dropped a video a year ago. Good thumbnail. Straight just flowing. Ain't no way. Whoa, that's eye-opening. AJ the Menace, you are a fucking bum. I promise that nobody that's better at podcasting has ever commented on Moose's podcasting in a negative light. T-Rail, fuck with me.
Let's listen. Oh my God, this nigga's embarrassing.
Adam, fuck with me. All the big dogs, fuck with me.
Who are the big dogs? There's no big dogs in L.
Shout out all my mods, man. Y'all in here dissing mods. Y'all get from fuck around here. Dissing mods. Shout out to the mods.
There are no
Especially
big
my
dogs
mods.
to go. There's no big dogs that fuck with you. And T-Rail don't fuck with you, nigga. All the videos of T-Rail and y'all interact, T-Rail had you there so you could take shots at Poetic Flacco. There was no respect between you two.
Like on Back on Fig, man. I got this whole ass nigga Moose man with me, man. Man, I got this whole ass nigga Moose man with me, man.
I got this hoe ass nigga Moose man with me. That was just one, but let's just look at another one. Let's just look at another one since he loves your podcasting so much and he respects you so much.
I look like a young T-Rail, young Mexican T-Rail. That's what I look like.
Oh my God, I can't believe.
Truth in the details, though. That was funny as fuck. I'll let y'all figure it out. Why it's so funny. I'll let y'all figure it out, though.
I just got baited into watching that shit from that fucking bum. Whoa, that's crazy.
Why does his inflections keep changing? Does he not know what inflection is his that sounds good in his voice? That's weird.
We need a debate. Box Boy, we could debate. I could debate that motherfucker all day. I will cook him on any topic. He could choose the topics. On my soul.
On what?
W
Moose don't
Mod.
know my track record with No Jumper hosts. People enjoy me at No Jumper because most of y'all fucking suck. When I get there, I get to expose that most of y'all suck. Every time I've stepped foot in No Jumper, it's been that. Dejan was first victim. Sharp was the second victim. The last time I went to No Jumper, I was damn near HR. Nigga, I was doing exit interviews after Adam fired the entire staff. What are we talking about? Debate me on what, nigga? Let's have this debate. Are you a good podcaster? You're not. You're a loser. And you're in poverty.
Great, cut out all this, all this structured shit. Maybe you should try some structure, my boy. You got fucking 1,600 subs. You know what I'm saying? I had that last month. And then I started streaming every day for a few weeks. And now we had 3K. We doing it up. We got double his subs. Eat a dick, my boy.
See, this is the thing. Moose Knuckle is interesting because, like, he had the nerve to tell me to eat a dick, but I've only seen him get hoed out. That's why niggas call you Moose Knuckle. You really pussy. We're not the same. You know what I'm saying? I've never met a nigga that told me to suck my dick or eat a dick and I didn't smack them. At least put my hands on them lightly. I've never done that. You get disrespected, you talk shit, and then when you get in front of the nigga, you start copping please. You know what I mean? The same way that you did with Ricky when you try to violate him without even listening to the clip and then called into the news. It was, I'm sorry. Like, we're not the same, nigga. You got to stand on your shit. I've never seen you stand on anything. You fake fights. What are we talking about?
Respectable though. If you're in the wrong, respect that you apologize. It's just respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect. But okay, I guess AJ and Moose are at Civil War. I don't think I'm gonna be mentioned one time in this video, y'all, and I'm pretty disappointed in that. You know, I like to watch stuff with me. No, that's well, let's let AJ get his ish off. It seems like, I don't know, maybe things are getting personal between him and Moose. I thought it was like podcasting, critiquing, going on back and forth. And you know, AJ's he made some content. We all reacted to it. Me, Moose, other people. I try to bring him up at No Jumper, see what people had to think about, thought about it or whatever. Just try to keep the conversation going, keep it content. But I don't know. It seems like it's getting personal between these two dudes quick. It's crazy.
I've never done that. I don't know what that's like either. I don't understand. Like, the only reason I'm not taking the whole suck my dick thing offensively because I know you really pussy in real life and you never squabbled down with anybody. And I don't even like Dejan. I think Dejan is a better orator than you are. And I think he's a better podcaster. But at least, you know what? I got respect for Dejan because I've seen Dejan squabble. The fact that I've seen Dejan squabble and I haven't seen half of the tough nigga squabble is insane to me. So I think we might just maybe we should just end with Dejan because it's just like on a man level, like you're trying to perform, you suck my dick. Nigga, what? My track record with No Jumper host is I'm 2-0. I'm really 3-0 if we want to call it that. And I got kicked out of the group chat because I reminded everybody that Lil Pump said that thing about Adam 22. Like, do we want to call that 3-0? Like, I'm 3-0. I'm undefeated with No Jumper host.
Oh shit, AJ was in the group chat. I gotta do my research on AJ. I did not know that he became like a pretty staunch part of No Jumper. Huh? Interesting. I don't know his background. Honestly, I'm not trying to do it up. The first time I heard about Homeroom is they posted a clip in the Reddit of them saying like I'm not a good podcaster or whatever. And I was just like, I don't even know who these guys are, man. Like, I just thought they were a No Jumper reaction channel and shit. So I didn't want to do the back and forth thing with people. I just let it slide off my back. But now I'm in the bullshit. I'm doing the back and forths.
Nobody on No Jumper can touch me. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. Adam invited me and I did exit interviews after he fired niggas. What are we talking about? But you pussy though. You're moose knuckle. You've never stood on a goddamn thing in your life. Dejan has stood on more than you have. I've seen Dejan throw hands when I haven't seen a gangster over there on the podcast throw hands yet.
Chat, for y'all that know more No Jumper lore than me, is AJ a good podcaster? Because it's hard for me to tell if he's a good podcaster while he's critiquing other people's podcasts. Like, I think the part that stuck out to me the most about his last video was he was saying like, we do what we think good podcasters do, but us good podcasters just pop shit. And I guarantee you, every single time I go to No Jumper, I'm just popping shit. I'm just saying what goes on in my mind. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm just being authentic. Like I don't have a character up there or anything like that. So that kind of threw me because I felt like he was doing a character thing. He was doing the I'm a great podcaster character thing. Um but I'm not familiar with his game tape. Is he good at talking about topics? Is he good at podcasting, orator? He's good in this environment, but I think it's much easier to do this, to critique other people's podcasting, than it is to actually be a Joe Budden, Adam 22, a Joe Rogan, a Shane Gillis, a Matt. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all let me know what the deal is. I'm gonna tap in the chat.
That's insane. And that's a problem. I also got responded to by Gangland Meme responded to me. He did a reaction to the video, and
to go through, homies.
I don't really have anything bad to say about Gangland Meme, just because I think he's a pretty nice guy. He didn't like my ratings for everybody, but that was my list. He was saying things about like jump cuts. I think you should do jump cuts. I know you were talking about the YouTube business. Unless these episodes that you're putting out are coming out starting live, which I don't believe they are, I think you should have jump cuts, honestly, bro. Because I think your videos are too long. I think if you shorten them up and got to the point a lot quicker, I think your views would reflect that. But listening to how the nigga was copping pleased, the way he was copping pleased for Ace Boy Rio, let's give this nigga Ace Boy Rio, let's give him a 0 out of 10. Just off of integrity. I can't believe that nigga is up there. That is disgusting. Oh my God, I can't believe that.
I feel like a lot of people can't believe that Rios is up there, but this the thing. I'll be talking to Rios, you know what I'm saying? My guy right there, real solid individual. One of the first people that I've ever seen go up to No Jumper and not change who they are. I say this every time when people be on with them. I don't know how long it'll last, but he up there and he's just podcasting. He's being himself. You know what I mean? Folks could act whatever way they want to act about, you know, him going up there, but you can't tell nobody about like, you know,
you have to be honest about Ace Boy Rio. If you're not going to be honest, then I'll be honest. That nigga is a clown for being up there. Ace Boy Rio went on several limbs when he was back on Fig, when he was on the Ace Boy show, to openly disrespect Adam 22, say he would never do business with them, blase, blase, blah. This nigga had all these morals and principles. I don't give a fuck how many times you talk to him. I don't give a fuck what his excuse is for it. Call it down the line, call it objectively, bro. That if you're gonna pussyfoot on Ace Boy Rio, I'm gonna tell it like it is. It's embarrassing that he's up there. I don't care what he's doing it for. Period. I don't care. You shouldn't care either if we're being honest. Off of integrity, Ace Boy Rio gets a -1 for ever stepping foot in the No Jumper building. I don't even.
Why is it that serious though? Like, isn't it just content at the end of the day? Like, aren't people just using each other for content, like back and forth and all that stuff? Like, it's just a podcast. Like, I don't know. But again, I'm not familiar with everything Rio said about No Jumper. So I don't really care to go in the past and research everything that he said if it was negative and stuff. If he was riding with his guys, he was riding with his guys. If it was tense moments, tense times, and he was just being loyal, you know, that's the LA niggas be on that. That's what we be on. I know he from Long Beach, but it's the same type of flavor. I don't know, man.
I care if him and fucking Pun had a bad falling out. The level that he crashed on No Jumper and Adam 22, he can't go up there. He can't go up there without looking like a hypocrite. And every time he steps on camera to do a podcast with Adam 22, he's a hypocrite. And that is what it is. And I'm not mad at him, but don't say my ratings are off and then you scared to call him a hypocrite. Two things can be true. My rating could be off and the nigga could be a hypocrite and he's a hypocrite. All that, I talk to him, my guy. Don't let these niggas on the mic talk to you, bro. If you want to be objective for real, or if you want to grow in this thing, you have to stand on your own thing. Unless you plan on just staying with No Jumper content forever, then that it is what it is. You know what I mean? If you have nothing bigger than No Jumper, but one, I think you should stop talking about No Jumper. That should just be your foundation. You built the foundation on No Jumper, but you need to start adding some other topics in because nobody cares. You will pigeonhole yourself as a content creator by only talking about No Jumper in the No Jumper universe. Same way the No Jumper gangbangers are pigeonholing themselves about talking about gang politics on the microphone. I think you should expand, and I think you should take out some of the dead air. I don't think there's any reason we shouldn't. It's about speed, people's brains. You know this YouTube thing. You brought it up. If we really want to talk about understanding what this thing is with online and marketing, taking out that dead air, jump cuts, speed and efficiency, and getting to the point is going to grow your channel. And I think that's all you're missing. Variation of topics, speed and efficiency. 25 minutes, that needed to be 17. Easily, you could have cut 10 off of that. I think Dejan is a great way to end this because on a man level, Dejan gets more respect from me than Moose Knuckle ever gets, because I just know Moose is pussy. And it's like niggas have put their hands on him after he's called them out for fades. Moose calls niggas out for fades and then ducks the fade. You know what I mean? He's actually pussy. At least I seen Dejan Mustard squabble a nigga down with his sassy fist and drop a nigga. I seen that. Seen the footage. We all seen it.
And as far as Moose Man's opinion on Tam as a whole, we don't give a fuck. You got a water bottle thrown at you, bitch, and you didn't do nothing about it. Whack 100 bitched you out, punked you out.
Okay. We're not gonna let Dejan just bleed the homie over and over and over and over again. What chat? What's this headline that people are on with what's the boy? What's the white boy? God damn it. 1090 Jake. What 1090 Jake say about what 1090 Jake say about Dirk, y'all? Put me on game. Hold on, I'm tapping in the chat land if y'all up on game. Yeah, Jared, we already covered a little bit of Dirk. This dude is a nobody. How he say he got his job? I mean, yeah, this is podcasters critiquing other podcasters. It's his content. It's good for that kind of content. I guess towards the end, he's just trying to give Neem some game there about his videos, and then further getting at his Moose Man. What's the 1090 Jake thing? Let me go ahead and see if I can find anything on the 1090 Jake thing. You know what, chat? I can't hold you. I can't hold y'all. Rios is solid. I couldn't agree more. Y'all saying he's a nobody. I mean, he's a content creator. You guys know his name, AJ. You guys know AJ's name. He's just doing the content. Nothing wrong with doing the content. Fuck it, do the content. But I'm gonna let him and Moose have their back and forth. He didn't even mention me. I feel played. Watch that whole video. I thought I was gonna have some responding to do, but it's on the other guys. Chad, I can't lie to you, man. My stomach is on fire. All that coffee I have, my stomach is on fire right now. I need some food. I can't hold you. He will say all that ish, and then if Adam call him, he'll be right up there. I mean, I guess he got words for us if he come up there. I guess he got some critiques for us. I welcome it. I welcome the critiques. Let me look at the title one more time. Chat, I'm not gonna lie to you. We got to do the Joey Badass topic another day. I want to keep rocking with y'all. I swear to God that I do. Let me pull up the Joey topic. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna pull it up off screen. Might want to do it with y'all, but honestly, my stomach is I need to eat something, man. Had too much coffee. I do this to myself every time, and I do not want to. Oh, no. Chat. We're hitting the Joey topic. We have to hit the Joey topic. I'm sorry for playing with y'all. We're going to do the Joey topic today while it's still relevant, number one. And I have supporting clips I also want to bring up to touch on it. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So for y'all that don't know, Joey's baby mama / ex-fiance now hit the internet yesterday to basically expose Joey for being a cheater and call off her engagement in a very public manner, a very, very public manner. And now people are going back, trolling Joey, bringing up old podcast appearances and stuff where he's talking about semen retention and the rest of all of that. So let's get into a little bit of his comments. Old podcast.
You want two
Wives,
wives, they're
too?
gonna get along.
Well,
That's what I'm
only
saying.
27 right now with 2 girlfriends.
Okay.
You know?
Same
Is it-
house?
No.
Separate houses.
Absolutely
Separate
not.
houses.
Yeah,
So
separate
you
houses.
you don't want it to be a family. You just want to have one family here and one family there, and
Yeah.
everybody okay with it.
You don't Yeah, want and them it's to like, mess with
each
other.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
what
up to
I'm saying.
them. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, as the man, I feel like that's not really your role. You know what I'm saying? It's like they would have to be cool with each other. They'll have to, you know what I'm saying, be able to call each other and stuff like that. And if they want to get down like that, then cool.
But
I'm
they don't
for
have
that.
to.
But nah, they don't
Just
have to.
sister
It's not a
wives.
requirement.
But
know
you
what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
mind.
I wouldn't mind.
Same city?
Potentially.
Because that's like far.
Wouldn't it be
You guys
easier if
Potentially.
it was
Look at Mona back in the day, man. Look at Mona back in the day. She in the big leagues now. She at JBP. Shout out Mona. Shout out Mona asking a stupid ass fucking question. Say city. Shut your ass up, Mona. Dumbass question, girl. Get up out of here.
But you know, I like to be bi-coastal, so maybe like, you know, it's New York and LA.
And this
crazy.
dumbass,
So you
this
want your
dumbass
wives
nigga
to
gonna
I want
answer the
to.
question.
You want two
Wives,
wives, they're
too?
gonna get along.
Well, you know,
Never been the type to come online, but this person needs to be shown for exactly who he is. And I am so fucking upset, and I don't know if one day I'll regret this, but right now I don't regret it because this person has been a literal piece of shit to me.
Quick, brother, we'll chop it up about the rules. It's nothing too crazy, man. I trust you. You've been a good mod to other people you experienced in the game. Shout out all the mods in the game. Shout out all the mods in the chat. Normandy, Spaz, shout y'all out. I rock with y'all for sure. But don't worry about nothing. Quick, we'll get you up.
In private, and not even in private because a lot of people publicly know, family knows and everything, but this person proposes to me, wants to build a life with me, has me move my life out here, cheats on me. I find out, continuously just telling me that he doesn't want that life, he wants me, da da da. Then proceeds to be out with people. And yes, I have my receipts. I have my fucking receipts. But you guys will know who the fuck this is. And I don't want this to be a confusion any longer. There's no podcast he can get on, sweet talking the world. It's over with. Never been the type to come online, but this person needs to be shown for exactly.
All right, so hey man, this is Hollywood Unlocked. This is Jason Lee's platform. You guys already know what it is. You guys already know what it is, man. This is some girly woo-woo nonsense. There comes a point into a woman's life when choosing herself is no longer an option, it becomes necessary. After much thought, I have made a difficult decision to end my engagement and relationship with the father of my child, Joey. I love deeply and believe wholeheartedly in the life that we were building and wanted nothing more than to protect our family. Unfortunately, I also had to face the painful truth that there had been repeated infidelity throughout our relationship, including during some of the most vulnerable moments of our life. I share this not for sympathy, retaliation, and publicly tear down anyone as she was publicly tearing him down, saying, people just need to know. People just need to know that this man is a piece of shit. Yo, Soraya. Newsflash. Newsflash. We don't give a damn. We don't give a damn about none of that. You are outing your baby daddy, the man that you was about to marry in a few days or months because you signed up for some that you couldn't handle. Let's keep it a hundo. If you think that you're going to be with a celebrity, a man of influence, a rapper whose big part of his career is telling other people how he hit somebody else's chick. And I know Joey be on his hotep shit. He be talking about retaining the semen. You feel me? How that unlocks some extra part of your spirituality. I gotta have more than one wives because my third eye is open. And you feel me? With them other niggas, they just playing dummy games. But with me, it's something deeper. No. He's a man just like the rest of us. And you know what's better than one cooter? Two cooters. We like women. Men like women. That's how we are designed. You got with this nigga because he was the shit. He was having motion. He had money. He had fame. He had influence. He had status. That's how he got you. Once upon a time, you were just a tutor trying to get at him. All due respect, Joey. I know that's your baby mom's. But once upon a time, before you was all that, and you thought you was going to be elevated to this level of commitment and or whatever, the queen on his chessboard, which you were still the queen, but you couldn't deal with the king going out there and getting freaky with some pawns every once in a while. You played yourself and nobody cares. You're not getting sympathy for this. It is what it is. We understand the world that we live in, and these women understand the world that we live in. They understand the world that we living in. I couldn't be with a chick who didn't understand if I'm a successful rapper, I'm gonna be cracking some things on the side. If she couldn't understand that, then we can't be together. I had an ex back when I was rapping and stuff doing the thing. It was me, the homie, his girl, and my ex. And she said, I already know with him, if he actually makes it with this rapping thing, I'm gonna have to give him a year or two or a few years, you feel me, being able to step out and it being okay. Luckily, this woman was by, you feel me? We would get our freak on, whatever. It worked out, but she already knew what it was. She already knew what it was. So that's why I kind of feel like, man, like if the only way that I could see Joey being in the wrong, and I feel like he's in the wrong for this, is that if he was lying to her, not keeping it a hundo, being like, babe, I'm gonna be out here hitting other chicks. I'm gonna be out here hitting other chicks. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if he was lying to her, he's in the wrong. But if he kept it a hundo, he's 100% in the right. Like you gotta be dense. You gotta be dense as hell to think a popular rapper with influence and clout is gonna only want your puñeca. That's crazy. Like I can't even have that kind of chick around me, bro, because she ain't smart enough to even get down with me. I'm not even gonna hold you. She not smart enough to get down with me. And brother, you dodged the bullet. But this clip right here, this final clip that we're gonna get into before we get out of here, explains this to a T. Explains exactly what they go into to a T. Buyer's remorse.
See, bitches be wanting a nigga to be smart enough to take over the world, but dumb enough to fall for their bullshit. What are you mad for?
Buyer's remorse. You mad because now my money lower because I helped your ass.
No. Because a lot of times, what y'all would do, a lot of time what women will do, right, is they'll feel like everything that they do is going to be reciprocated, right? They're not paying attention to who the individual really is. You know what I'm saying? They just want to invest. Because they assume, okay, if I treat him this way, then he's going to treat me this way. And then if they don't get what they want, then they start spazzing out. But you knew the nigga was the bum when you met him.
Yeah, you're right. That's where I fucked up.
See, the problem is that when you fuck with a nigga that's going to make you accountable and hold you accountable, that's intimidating. You don't want a nigga that's gonna stop you in the bullshit that you want. You want a nigga that's gonna see, bitches be wanting a nigga to be smart enough to take over the world, but dumb enough to fall for their bullshit. You'll fuck with a nigga that you getting over on, and then get mad when the nigga turn out to be a sucker. Bitch, you chose a sucker. See, bitches be wanting a nigga to be smart enough to take over the world, but dumb enough to fall for their bullshit. What are you mad
Real
for?
talk. Real talk. You'll know you manipulating a dude, getting over on him. Like I opened up to y'all about Shorty whose man was making 10K a month. Whole time she was miserable. Whole time she was miserable. You feel me? Sneaking and geeking. Hitting the Rickster on the side. And the nigga turned out to be a lame, and you mad that you the whole time you was playing him like a lame, right? But then you get somebody who's up, who really has motion, who could have his pick of the litter when it comes to women, and then you mad that he can have his pick of the litter when it comes to women. You was on me because you like that other women wanted me. You were in competition. You want to know if you had that file on you, if it was better than the other chicks I was hitting. And I elevated you to a position of first place, but that don't mean I can't go show love to the people every once in a while. You feel me? That runner up ain't still getting hit. Of course she is. Of course she is. You feel me? You got to learn how to play your role, man. A lot of these chicks, they don't want to play their role. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Like I don't understand, man. And it's like this type of chick will see the lame dude that will be faithful, loyal, and everything else to her, and not want that, and go have a child with the man that she knows is gonna be stepping out. When she met him and she was vying for his attention, she knew that Joey had hoes. Ain't no way that you was messing with him and he was like, oh yeah, he just dropped all his hoes for me. He's still going on tour, messing with all these hus, but for me it's different. It's just getting old, bruh. And she acting like she not trying to expose him as his album is coming out and try to paint him as a bad guy to his large female audience, or if he even I don't know. I don't know. You know, I know he got into the acting, the modeling and stuff. I'm sure the ladies is on him a little bit more than they were when he was just a boom bap rapper. It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. I hate to see it. I hate with it. We gonna wrap it up, man. That was pretty much it. I'm gonna tap into chat land before I get up out of here. But I just seen these two clips in succession, and I thought I'll go ahead and chop it up about that right quick. A little bit of men women relationship stuff, people like that. The G official side note slash hot take, your music video hit Reddit when you had dreads, and I've yet to see any other no jumper host with an overall song slash video. Yeah, facts. I've been saying I'm one of the nicest in the office. Nobody wants to appreciate or respect that, but it's okay. I'm the underdog. I've been the underdog. I'm comfortable in the position. If I started getting too much love, I'd feel weird. At Melly, it ain't what she wants. It's what she will get now. She played herself out of position. Should have got the rich dude, then left Joey and kept it low, but you can't be trusted anymore. Facts. Facts. Ricky putting in them hours. Yeah, man, I'm rocking with y'all. I'm rocking with y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. This has been a good 3 hour stream on a Tuesday. I try to go a little longer for you guys on these days that I'm not going into no jumper. I like kicking it with y'all, man. I truly do mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's been pretty dope. Just hopping online and coming to chop it up with y'all, man. I'm really amazed at this community that we're forming so quickly. Yeah, man, I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. I want y'all to start feeding me topics and stuff, not out of laziness or anything like that, but I do want this to be a community effort. And I do want us to be engaging with each other and sharing thoughts and information and trying to elevate our conversation and whatnot. I appreciate some of the new people I've seen around tapping into the chat. My boy the G official, what happened, M? You know what I'm saying? What happened came in hot. He was kind of roasting your boy, but he made a good point. He made a good point, and we switched topics. We got into some stuff that we more in tune with, and I want to do that with you guys as well as run my own show. That's how this thing goes. I appreciate y'all, man. That's been another one. It's the dip with Rick. We up out of here right before 12 o'clock. The morning hour is over. Y'all go tap in with whoever's online that y'all want to tap in with. Tap in with my coworkers. Follow all of us. Do it up. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.